Oh, hold on.
Son of a bitch and bastard, son of a bitch and bastard, son of a bitch and
Bastard is show.
Is this a test or is this
No.
Son of a bitch and bastard, son of a
Why is it?
bastard.
Did it say test or something?
testing?
Test.
This is only a
That's a
test.
fucking test.
What's today's date?
16.
The 16th. Hey, wait, hold on. It's right there.
Hey,
It's on the screen.
you cut.
Welcome
What?
to the BB podcast. My name is Eduardo Jimenez Rodrigo Jimenez twice. And there's my brother Christopher.
You, Jim.
He doesn't get a weird name. That's Matthew. Clell. What's this Clell business?
It's a middle
Yeah.
name.
That's
My
bullshit.
sister thinks that's your last name.
No,
She goes that Clell.
She's that Clell Negro.
No, it's just the
And then
middle.
there's Marcus.
Hi.
With the straight bill. We got a straight, curved,
And
beanie, and then bald.
yeah,
My family doesn't like my last name being associated with my Facebook for the
Yeah.
shit I post.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so you're
I've
wrong.
always meant to ask you, but not enough to remember to ask you. Oh boy, has it been a
Oh.
busy week, hasn't
oh,
it?
ever it has. It has been such a busy week.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. I haven't done anything really, actually.
You like that ball game last night?
Oh
man?
my God,
Oh,
Jesus
Shit,
Christ!
that was a shit show.
And at least the fucking Chiefs lost, right?
What are you
Yeah,
talking
fuck
about?
off.
I think you guys are. I was gonna say I think you're talking about two different games.
No, I was talking about the Broncos game.
No, the
I
Bronco
didn't-
game suck balls.
I
That
guess
was
I
worse
didn't
than the
really
Chiefs,
watch
and
any
I thought
of
that
it.
was impossible.
I didn't really watch any of it. What happened?
Oh, it was bad. It
Was
was just
there,
bad. There's
3 to like 20. No, you guys got 10 at the end.
They
There
won.
was 10
nothing.
to 20.
There's
Three?
nothing to yell for the whole game, Patrick.
I was.
You know
pretty-
how much I like to yell.
Did you go to it live or?
No, I didn't go
Okay.
there. No.
No. When's
I don't
so I'm
like
going
going
in
to the
what,
games
2 weeks?
anymore.
I'm going in 2
You're going to
weeks.
a Patriot game, right?
Yeah.
I kind of don't like going to the game. I mean, I like to go to like one a year or something like that.
Why is
but
that?
Just because you don't get to see, like all the replays and like you don't know what
Yeah,
happens.
you do.
Yeah, barely.
All there
no,
is,
when
all
you're
there
fucking
is fucking
no.
replays. It sucks.
Yeah, you have all these idiots around. And I'm
And
gonna-
I imagine it's not fun
See,
if you're
that's
not
what-
drunk
Like,
either.
like I guess my friend has season tickets and like so
Yeah, we do. You don't have to talk about it.
Oh,
Our
yeah,
names are
yeah,
Patrick
yeah,
and
yeah,
Christopher.
yeah.
These all my friends.
My buddies had my other buddies had season tickets, and so there's this old guy who sits like 2 rows in front of him, and like he came and he stood for the anthem, and then he put a little memorial to his son on the seat and said he's never coming back to a Broncos game ever again, and said bye to everyone in his section.
But why?
I'm Mike Pence.
Because of the the non-standing bullshit.
Yeah,
That's
good.
Good.
hilarious.
I hope
Good
you
for
fucking
Yeah, good. Let the fucking Democrats have some seats.
Doesn't that mean he's still paying for his seats?
go spend all your money
Yeah.
on fucking flags.
We're gonna
Right.
turn those seats to Democrats, and
Well-
they ain't gonna stand there nothing.
Yeah, and then they don't have to play country songs before the national anthem.
Fantastic, yeah,
Why
that'd
the
be
fuck
great.
does the national anthem
If we
have
could
its
just-
own song for the? It's retarded.
I didn't know
I
that until you
agree.
guys told me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just set the national anthem to country and western music.
You know what I don't get though with the whole national anthem thing is if you watch
The
any
whole
Chiefs
thing?
game,
Oh, sorry.
any
Yeah.
Chiefs game, or they even do it like on the live broadcast, but like whenever they say "Home of the Brave" in the national anthem, all the Chiefs fans yell out "Chiefs," so it's "Home of the Chiefs," and no one says anything about that. How's that not more disrespectful?
I don't know.
No, we do that at the Rockies games too. The same thing.
Oh, do they?
The next time I go
What
to
do
a
they say,
Broncos
though?
game, I'm gonna stand. But
The
I'm
Rockos.
putting
Yeah,
on
it's Rockies.
I'm putting on Vulcan ears, and I'm gonna stand with my nanu fingers.
Mm.
Oh, hold
Do
on.
it.
Hold on.
Oh, I
I'm
guess
gonna
it's not
do
doing the
this.
national anthem. Never mind.
This is the
Yeah,
national
it's just
anthem.
there in the seventh.
And the Rockets' red glare was so violently peeing, and the Broncos' orange glare.
Have you ever seen the video of Roseanne Barr doing it?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
She
yeah.
like grabs her pussy and spits.
Oh, what made me so mad about that is how mad people got. I thought it was
Oh,
great.
I know. Yeah.
Were
fuck
people
it.
mad back then about that?
Yeah.
Oh, they were
Really?
infuriated. Yeah, they wanted to.
I
lynch
thought
her.
people thought it was funny, so like I was gonna.
Yeah,
I
us.
thought it was funny. I
Yeah,
thought it was
us.
Roseanne Barr is a genius.
Hey,
She was that
brothersbear.com.
That day.
Go to brothersbear.com. Here, look at Mark again and
Hi.
Clell.
Mm.
Brothers. What does Clell
Just
mean?
Brothers
Just
Club.
grinding
It's
up
a
some-
middle name. I don't know. It's my
That's the
grandpa's
name
name,
of
I
my
think.
I'm
tribe.
grinding up me some cornbread, OG.
It's not short for something? It's
No,
just
It's
Clell?
just Clell. Yeah.
Huh. Brothersbear@gmail.com if you want to know about his, what is your name, Clell? I'll send you an email about his name.
Yeah. Send us emails. No one sends us emails anymore.
Yeah.
think-
What's up?
Brothersbrer@gmail.com.
Did you hear that?
Gmail.
I think it's
I heard
yours.
cops
I
in
think
there,
it's that bad boy.
And the last time I go to the Broncos game, we sit right in front of the Cripples.
You've been to 30 games this year.
Been 2 games this year, and the Cripples are right in front of us, right?
Yeah, I like
They got
watching
that-
the cripples sometimes.
Yeah, oh, I know. But then I'm pretty sure that like there was like 3 guys that were faking their wheelchairs just to get those seats.
Well, and if you watch the game,
More power to him.
or I mean, as the time goes on, no one's handicapped there by the end.
Yeah,
It's a bunch of guys
yeah.
trying to fuck the leftover girls. You should have seen these 2 buffoons. That just made me think about it. There was these 2. I mean, they were
Oh, I think those guys were the worst.
just. I mean, mediocre women. I would have stuck them.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the.
Oh, those
The
guys
guys,
too.
yeah.
No, but these 2, I was watching them. It was probably making Tartar so mad.
Oh yeah, how'd that go with Tartar at the game?
He was disappointed in our behavior.
Oh yeah, he didn't appreciate your fandom.
Not one bit.
Well, we
But,
didn't. Yeah, we didn't. We weren't. We were just looking at our phones the whole game.
I didn't look at my phone. I got smashed
Yeah.
by the half.
Oh yeah.
I spent like $90 on
Which game was that?
$30
Who'd you
beers.
guys? Oh, the lightning
Chargers,
pants.
Lightning pants.
And I'm just
Right.
eating peanuts, throwing them everywhere, and fucking. He's like, "Clean up your peanuts. You better clean up your peanuts."
What?
He didn't
I can
say
see
that,
No,
but
I can see that.
I
though.
could see it in his eyes,
just leave one peanut shell. That
just
will
so they
teach
know
you.
I was here. But no, these 2 buffoons, like
That's hilarious.
2 gals, snuck up there.
Mm.
It's almost, I don't know. Those are probably the best seats there. There's all kinds of room if you got some wheels.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, those are great. Yeah, I enjoy the handicap seats for sure.
Yeah. Can you buy them? Or do you have to like prove that you're a handicapper?
know, man. You know, I think you can buy them if you say you're handicapped.
Interesting.
I think that's all
You
gotta
gotta
say.
show your handicap paperwork.
Yeah,
So
man.
you're
This is
standing
my
right in front of me.
handiwork.
This is my handiwork. I hope it's that. I hope that's what it's called.
Me
Your
too.
paperwork for being handicapped. This is my handiwork.
This is my handiwork. This is my brother. He's handy too.
I like that.
So these 2 gals sit down probably about 3rd or 4th quarter, and you could tell they're hammered, probably just trying to sober up. That's the other thing about Bronco games. 75,000 people drive away hammered.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody ever gets
Just
hurt.
fucking
We're
every
doing great.
direction.
Oh yeah.
No, but
good.
yeah, it's the only time there's an accident with a drunk driver is when a stone driver hits one of them.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a proven statistic. So these 2 buffoons, you just imagine, I don't know, all of us at about 45, really trying to settle down, but it ain't working, and you're just like fucking hitting on these girls with all your might. And these girls are just not taking it. And I'm getting angrier and angrier with every sentence of these sons of bitches. But then at the end, I think the girls left with them.
That's when you just pull a Harvey
so funny.
Weinstein.
Wow.
You're
Yeah.
famous.
I don't have any
Yeah.
plants in my house
Yeah, why
to
do you
jerk off
gotta
in.
rape anybody if you can come that fast?
Yeah, that's not,
Yeah. What's the point?
how do you jerk off in a potted plant so fast?
Yeah.
Isn't that what he did? Like everywhere, just
Everywhere. I need a ficus.
Wasn't that his deal? It was the potted plants.
I read like 2 reports of potted plants. I don't know if that was like his deal, but
That wasn't his thing.
no. I
Really?
think his thing was just raping.
Yeah.
Speaking of the handicraft and
Maybe I think for ficus is like a scarf.
and the national anthem and football and all that stuff, and Matt Tarter.
Mm.
Oh, and you
So-
were there too.
Yeah, he was there. So Matt, this guy goes up to him and says, "Hey, what's the name of that
You want-
San
No, okay.
Francisco 40-39er that ruined the NFL?" And he was like, "Who, Colin Kaepernick?" And this is what Matt said. And the guy said, "Hey, you mean Colin Crappy Nigger?"
He seriously said that?
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
And Matt was just like, I think I didn't
What the
hear it
fuck?
myself. I might have
Yeah.
popped. I might have popped him one.
Yeah, sure. You're,
Nah.
or at least
I might have gave
him
him a hug.
gave him a little earful, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, sorry.
No, it's more like, yeah, good for you, buddy. That you're that confident you say that in public.
How could you just
He
walk
says
up
his dick's
I
so
don't- yeah.
big.
to
Who
a
knows?
20-year-old kid?
Right.
20-year-old
Well,
kid.
I was
And-
telling my brother before this is
That's
that
because he
was
was
his.
blonde and blue-eyed. That's why.
Yeah.
It was fun to see. Well, that's the thing is he's so blonde and blue-eyed, and he grew up in such an area that that was his first like racial experience. And we got to witness it,
That's so funny.
and like we've had.
You broke him.
It was like our second, like the second we walked in that door. It was like nigger, nigger, look at that nigger. Like just that's just how those people were when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like at first I was appalled, but I'm just like their brains just don't
They're from-
That's where it is.
They went to school on a horse. That's what
Right,
and,
yeah,
and
exactly.
they did.
Seriously, yeah,
And
exactly.
and that sort of shit.
These people have no fucking hope.
Yeah.
So it was amusing both ways to see him react, seeing his first racial interaction.
Well, and he was literally underneath his Bonnie Bray shirt. He was wearing a shirt that said "I'm with Cap."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When did he take his shirt off?
Yeah.
He tried taking
that's
his
That's
shirt
an
off.
opportunity.
That could have been that was his one and only opportunity.
I would have fucking just. I would have disrobed at that point.
that was set up just for that.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
It's not like you guys would have got mad at him either.
No, he
You
could have
would've
walked
like,
around
hell
naked.
yeah.
don't give a
I
shit.
might. I think I probably would have said, "Go ahead and get the fuck out of here, sir." But and not only because of that, but because
He
it
would
was,
say "sir" at the end.
Well, he was
though.
annoying,
We want
too.
return.
well,
Yeah,
because
sir.
it was 9:15 and we've been closed for a while.
Well, yeah, it didn't
that
have
would've-
nothing to do with the
I would
race.
have gotten even if he would have said, I really think that Trump is a piece of shit. I'd be like, yeah, my father's
Never
Donald
come
Trump.
back. Donald Trimpton owes my daddy $20,000.
Yeah.
And I mean,
Yeah.
check off Colin Crappy Nigger.
Jesus Christ, dude! What the fuck at the Bronco?
What a
game.
shitty joke.
No,
though,
this is
too.
at the
No,
Yeah,
tavern.
that is so, it doesn't even rhyme.
It's
There's
at the
no
tavern.
limerick
It was
to
at the Bonnie Ray
was
Tavern.
last night.
Oh, I got you.
And that guy cracked me up
Yeah, it
anyways
was last
because
night.
he like
During the Broncos game.
Oh my god.
I noticed well before that his wife was putting up with him for a long time, and I just kept thinking, "Whoa, that's my future." Except for I don't think I'm gonna be going around at the restaurant. Hey, bus boy, get over here. What is the racial slur of the time?
Yeah.
That's good. Fix it to the end of his
Yeah,
name.
fair.
Hey, you ever seen those niggers on TV? That's so awful.
You see that Jeremy Lin didn't score too good last night?
Yeah.
He's got a chink in the armor.
Oh,
A chink.
Oh,
That was a literal ESPN headline after.
Oh, that's right. I remember when they
lost
got in
the
trouble
game.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard some
that.
comedian talking about racial slurs, and the Asians got it the easiest, I think.
No, us,
Other-
white people.
next to white is what I
Okay.
was saying.
It was like,
Yeah,
I
white
mean,
people.
it's
I mean,
like-
you got Cracker. What the fuck?
yeah, I
next?
can't think of anything else.
I can't remember who it was, but they're like,
Peckerwood.
they're like, look at the names of their restaurants. They sound more like racial slurs than actual.
Yeah,
They're
and
like,
there's it.
look at that Panda Express over there.
Dim Sum Panda.
Yeah, exactly. Stuff like that. Yeah, I agree.
Huh? I know.
Thing's acting up tonight, Mark. It doesn't like us.
Oh, fuck you guys.
It doesn't matter. We don't need. I just like it in the background.
I know you do.
Oh dear God.
You want to hear about my Soviet haircut?
Yeah, please. I just got a haircut today, but
Yeah.
yours is probably better than mine.
It was a
This
good
is
haircut.
vegan haircut.
Mine wasn't a vegan haircut. I don't know.
What?
Well, I didn't go to no vegan lady this time. I was going.
What the fuck is a vegan haircut?
Well, no.
That was just funny.
I literally used to go to a vegan hairstylist.
Oh.
But
because
it was
fuck?
more like she was just vegan in a hairstyle.
That just means
yeah,
vegan
but
product.
the
Shampoos
shampoo,
and
the
shit,
shampoo
yeah.
didn't have
Gotcha.
horse in it.
Sure.
Okay, so the vegan product
Fantastic.
thing.
So, but I gave up on that
Horsey.
because I don't have any money anymore because I got a kid.
Sure.
Nice lady, go see her. But so I was gonna go down to the Floyd's Barbery,
Sure.
but it was filled. They said I go down there and I said I need my hair trimmed, and they said it'll be at least 7 or 9 days. and we'll send
4
you,
minutes.
We're just gonna send you a pair of scissors in the mail, and they'll get there in 2 weeks. So I went, and then I go. You remember that Renee that we used to get our haircut from? Renee. It was like right by that where the garlic knot house is.
Oh, kind of.
Yeah, we used to get our haircut right there. So I go to there, and it just said Joe's Barber, and I figured Joe's Barber. I'll get a haircut from Joe. Right. Joe sounds like a nice guy. So I walk in, and it's just these. I see these 2 like bald, chubby guys that were clearly born in some former Soviet republic.
Gulag.
And one guy's like, "Yeah, you sit and wait." And that's what he said when I walked in the door because he was trimming some
And he's
guy.
like, well, I can't leave now.
I'm like, yeah, I've got to listen to. I got to listen to Yaroslav. Yaroslav told me to sit and wait, so I sit there, and then the other guy gets done doing a haircut, and he sends me, and he says, "You that chair," and so I go over to that chair, and the guy doesn't speak any English, and he just starts giving me a haircut. This is how he
can't ask
started.
him.
He started by trimming my eyebrows. He grabbed my eyebrow and started trimming, but he didn't do anything about the hair in between because
that's so
you
funny.
need the unibrow in the Soviet Union to find a mate.
Oh yeah, no,
So-
that's why I let mine grow out.
Yeah. And then he just starts trimming my
Guess you
beard.
do have one.
Yeah,
He just trims my beard up and makes it look. I mean, I've never trimmed my beard. I usually just look like a scallywag. So
That's true.
Yeah.
How do
I
you
was about to
spell
say.
scallywag? Scallywag?
yeah, I don't know how to spell
Yeah,
it.
it's
I was about to
alright.
say you look abnormally trimmed up and nice looking.
That's why he's wearing a hat. He
I think
doesn't
it was
want
your-
anybody to
Well,
notice.
no, my hat. It was. I haven't. worn
No,
a
he
hat.
doesn't want them to notice his beard
It's
and
because
shit.
I haven't been able to wash myself today because my daughter was too busy screaming and pissing on me all day.
Ah,
Yeah, so I haven't had a chance.
you can't take a shower
Well,
when
then.
they're screaming and pissing on you.
Well, you can, but I don't
Yeah.
know. It's hard to hold a baby in the shower.
You
That's
can't-
for goddamn sure. I ever tell you that story? I was in North Carolina with this goddamn woman and her sister, and I'm in the shower, and all of a sudden I hear the door open, and that thing's an infant. And they just open the door and fucking rip open the shower curtain and hand me that goddamn child.
Uh.
And I almost dropped that thing 6 to 12
Yeah,
times.
right. What's
Mm,
what's
yeah.
And they
happening?
are slippery.
Yeah,
Slippery.
slippery heathens.
So I'm getting my eyebrows trimmed.
Got
And,
it.
and there was the two Soviet guys, but then there was just this woman that was sitting there texting in another seat, and it was an American woman, and her pigment was different than mine.
Ah,
And so
Darker or lighter?
yeah, darker.
Oh, okay.
And so this
but she was white.
this Russian no she was black. This
Oh.
Russian woman walks on the door and is like, I need haircut. And then so they just had the woman there for women. I don't know why. I don't know why the woman didn't cut my hair. I was just sitting there. It didn't matter. I liked the job the guy did. He did a nice job. He was very thorough. But so the woman, they sit her down with a woman, and she was like, yes, I need 3 centimeters to take off of my hair. 3 centimeters, baby. How much is a centimeter? An inch? And then the Russian guy's like, no, she wants 3 centimeters, so it'd be 1.5 inches. And it was just very peculiar. But then when the guy was done with my hair, he comes over to me, and he just starts going,
Just squeezing your
just
head.
squeezing my head and flattening it. And he gave me one of them Dumb and Dumber haircuts.
That's
It was
very
like that.
nice.
I was like, oh boy, I gotta do something
That's
about this.
great. They haven't
Yeah, the
Giving
message.
you that good hair.
They haven't updated the style books in a
Yeah,
couple of
no,
years.
this was-
There, yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of that shit, our friend Steven went to Chernobyl.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about this.
I think I kind of want to go. I don't care about shit anymore.
Yeah, let's go to
I mean, what's a little radiation?
Take your baby.
We live right next to fucking the Rocky Mountain Arsenal, bro.
Wait, what's that?
But it's not off limits.
We got plenty of that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the Rocky Mountain
It's
Arsenal,
like,
as they said?
You know, back in the day, they used to take all their remnant everything, including
Nuclear waste.
and just be like, hey, there's a hole.
Well, and they're just like, yeah, just send it to Denver. They don't do
Put
shit
some
in Denver.
cement on
Ain't
it.
no one there.
And actually, their whole plan. Have you ever read that? Of those nuclear waste dumps
Mm.
that are encased in concrete and stuff.
Yes.
They're like, it'll probably last about 100,000 years. We won't have to worry about it though. That's their whole plan. Is like,
We'll be
hey,
Fluff it off
We'll
to the
be
next
long
one.
yeah,
gone.
it's fine.
We'll have a fucking.
You know, Denise Stone told me she grew up next to Rocky Flats.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it does make a lot of sense.
That was one of our old employees.
Oh, that's funny.
She was one of the. See, that's a part of our character building. I mean, we weren't sheltered at that point, but we hadn't seen a lot. We get to that place and it's fucking crackheads and speed addicts and fucking knives being thrown at each other. This is what our restaurant used to be.
Right,
This is-
yeah,
the only
yeah.
thing I can say about
Still
Denise
is.
Stone is
Yeah.
me too.
Oh,
too.
no. Oh, no.
Oh, he went there.
I was harassed.
Me
sexually
too.
By
Hold
Denise
on.
Stone.
I always feel like I was one of
Me
the,
too.
I always feel like I was one of those kids that like narrowly escaped child molestation. You know what I mean?
I always
Like,
thought I got
like,
molested,
Was probably just all
frankly.
dumb about like, oh, whatever. You know.
we
Yeah,
already
let's
went
go
down
throw
this route with
the
you guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you guys.
You
I
got,
got
molested.
molested,
You discovered
remember?
you got molested on this
Yeah.
You went on the
podcast.
molestation tour. they take you to different cities and shit. That's
Do
what
I get to do
remember.
that?
No, that's what you guys did when you were molested.
Oh yeah, we were in Arizona.
Oh yeah.
And then you
Yeah.
went to somewhere else too.
I don't even know if I wish
But
I.
you
I
don't-
hope I came at least.
You got molested in different
Right.
different area codes, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's the only way to do it, really. This Denise still now, so like when he turned 18, hey baby, you want me to give you a hand job or something like that? And did she blow job or what?
She
Was it
wanted
a
to give
joke
me a
or
hand-
did she
no,
do
she-
it?
No, she wanted to give me a hand job for my 15th birthday.
15.
Nice.
And I
15th.
was,
Wow.
and I was scared.
That's good.
Yeah.
Probably.
Now that I look back, I would have let her do it, but I
Probably.
would have watched her.
Nah, I would have been like, wash your hands.
That's what I'm saying. I would have watched her wash her hands. That's my only stipulation.
It totally gets me off to watch girls wash.
Well, and this is what happened to our
Touch my
family
dick.
back in the day. Because we used to be, crazy busy. We're still busy, but back then we were insanely busy.
like
And that's
on
when everything didn't cost anything.
Right.
Well,
And
like, what
they-
night was it? Like Friday night, how busy it was? That used to be Tuesday.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then so like, instead of firing people when they needed to be fired, they would just make more and more jobs. So by the end, she probably worked there 20 fucking years. By the end, we had her like counting onion rings.
Yeah.
And that was, and like just fucking, all that stuff that the wait staff does,
Yeah.
like filling ranch dressings and
Right.
shit. That was her second job.
Counting
And
onion
so
rings.
instead of firing people, they paid them full wage, 40 hours a week, to fucking just, we'll keep you around.
Yeah, that place took
What's-
care
I
of a
was-
lot of people. In the
Oh,
80s
tons
and
and
90s, yeah.
tons. Now we have 30 employees. At one point, it was
We have
probably
30
50 or
employees,
60.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
We're stupid. We could be rolling into cash.
Right.
We just make 3 people work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just yep. Hey, Alonzo, Christina, and
Man, you
Ishmael.
could count onion rings.
yeah, you can count on your
I'll count onion rings. That's
Hell
funny.
yeah, that's what I want to do.
I'll get super stoned.
I
and
want
count
that
onion
gig.
rings.
Hey, you should
Also-
fire everyone.
Hey,
I'll
didn't
come
you
do
used to be?
everything.
I think they were telling me you used to be security.
I was the
Yeah,
parking
he
lot.
was- that was one of them.
I was the parking lot attendant.
He was telling me that the other day. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
so we just fucking
Yeah,
we
I
just had people stand in the parking lot and get fucking high and drunk all day.
Yep.
That sounds like the best.
yeah,
Most
it's
of it
pretty
was
good.
good.
Yeah.
It
We need
gets
to bring that
boring
job
though.
back.
Go sneak a toe. Yeah, it gets boring, and then like you get very suntan.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, and you get like a farmer tan because you can't be like out there shirtless.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
running
out
the
there
fucking...
Stay out of my parking lot.
It took us years to convince him not to have that.
Do you have any?
And it was my brother and I. And the last guy that did it,
Yeah.
he was a lifer. Like we would have never got rid of him.
Oh, that's funny.
He's like, I'm the guy. That's it.
I am the guy. That's
Man,
it.
we used to hire cops to do that shit.
Ah.
Dude, they wasted so much money
That's crazy.
all the time.
It makes me feel like you guys were so much busier.
Well, I mean, it was like I said, it was the same kind of amount of business, and probably way more. But everything didn't cost, nothing cost a
Right.
goddamn thing. And we would throw it all away all the time and shit. It was insane. Like when I first started dishwashing, like at the end of the night, if you didn't sell the whole
Steam table or whatever.
what the special was for the night,
Oh yeah.
boom, in the trash.
Yeah.
So like rib night, everything was gone. I mean, and we would sell a ton, but they would make so much
Right.
that we'd throw away like 60 pounds of fucking ribs at the end of the night.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
Meanwhile, there's like homeless people all down cold.
Like we,
Yeah,
that's just
right.
how America was. Though. We were just
Right,
so
right.
wasteful.
Yep.
And the simplest things, like our urinal used to run all the time,
Just water. Just.
and they're not
Go.
like a dribble,
No,
like
it was
full force.
It
It was probably 800,000 gallons a day.
right.
Yeah, just turn on. I used to have
And we're like, hey, put a valve on that. Fuck that shit.
you out of your mind?
And then we
much
put a
valve
valve on
costs?
it. And they're like, oh shit, our water bill is very low.
I had a little poem I recited to myself every night when I turned the urinal off with a pair of pliers. As I have to take
So
the
we had to take
pliers
pliers
to the
to turn it
urinal.
off.
I
to
remember
stop
this
the
story.
trickling water.
Yeah.
In the day, you have to let it flow. At night, no one's there to smell it. And that went through my head every
That-
goddamn night when I did
That
it.
wasn't a good ending. You could have done better with the ending.
I'll kill you.
I'll kill you.
What was the rhyme
It
again?
derailed it.
There was no rhyme.
Yeah, not all poems rhyme,
This is
bro.
poem, bro.
There was
It's
a
Japanese,
But talking
bro.
about like just whatever, like when a cop like just maliciously shoots a child or something like that.
For
and then like
fun.
we put him on a desk job.
Yeah,
what it
that's
was.
us. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we had like one cook kill another cook with cocaine. And we're like, we'll put him in the lot until he's better.
Wait, for real?
Yep.
That's funny. It was like solitary confinement. The
It
parking
wasn't
lot
like
attendant.
solitary confinement. It's like you get your head straight out there in the lot,
And then you
and
could
we'll
come
put
back
you back on
indoors.
the ovens.
Oh dear God.
That's fucking awesome. Yeah.
Oh, poor Ronnie. He was the best ever.
Yeah, I had a good time out there in the parking lot.
Ronnie.
Do you have any parking lot altercations?
No,
stories?
there was one. There was like a British guy.
Yeah.
There's a British guy, and he wanted to just park there real quick because there
Where was he going? Oh, the bank was there too.
Well, no, he was going to get he's going to get lattes somewhere. There was a place to get coffee at some point. I don't know if that was 730 South.
There's probably a few of them.
Yeah.
Catherine's been there a long time now.
Yeah. Anyway, so he came up to me no, I saw him park, and then I saw him. He was going off to the place next door. Oops, my bad. And
Shit.
yeah.
I bought that off a crackhead actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, from the tavern.
Yeah.
Nice guitar. Anyways, yeah, he came up, or he was walking off, and I was like, "Hey, man, you're gonna have to move your car, dude." You know, because I was like,
Hey, bro,
yeah,
man.
yeah, that's pretty much how I handled any kind
Still
of
got smoke
altercation.
coming out your mouth.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got a joint. He's
Yeah.
like, "You're still bothering, man.
Yeah,
You
man.
fucked up my minutes."
Yeah,
man."
I'm trying not to do anything. Now I have to do something. And,
No, exactly. That's exactly what the parking lot job is.
oh yeah.
You're inside your mind for 8 hours, and then when somebody does it, you're like, "Fuck."
God damn it! I have to go fucking do this shit.
I'm sorry to interrupt. Bro.
Yeah, no, he's fine. And he's like, I was like, yeah, you got to move your car. He's like, what? You can't park here, mate.
You should have chopped him in the fucking throat right then.
Yeah.
I would have paid for your lawyer. You chopped that son of a bitch in the fucking throat for that accent
And then,
and the mate thing.
no, because he kept pulling that shit. And then he's like, I'm just going to get a spot of coffee and I'll be right back, mate. And he kept throwing that at the end of everything. And then I think I eventually just let him do it just because I was just like,
Yeah, I would have.
he's going to be like 5 minutes or something.
Nah,
Like that.
I would have called the tow truck.
Well, I would have been like,
Be an asshole.
just
Only
give me,
because he was a Brit.
just give me $5.
Ah, yeah. That
Yeah.
would've
See,
been nice.
you weren't thinking.
See, I wasn't
blew it.
thinking. I was fucking too high.
One of the guys we had at one
Mr.
point,
Washington says you can park here.
the chef of police out in Ingleweed,
Yeah.
True story.
he comes up and he says, I need my son to stand in your parking lot all day. He's 16 years old and you pay him money. And I said, oh, yeah, that's fine, whatever. So we throw this boy in the lot, and he says, what do I do? I said, what the fuck do you mean what do you do? You sit out here and you get drunk and you get high all day. And so that's what I tell the 17-year-old kid. And when I go out at the end of the shift, he's like fucking slobbering drunk.
He's like, all right.
Slobbering
He
drunk.
took it to fucking heart.
That's fucking hilarious, dude.
Yeah, I was proud.
Oh,
of
yeah,
myself.
Denise. I forgot all about we were talking about Denise.
Denny.
She would ask us all for rides all the time. And we had no way of saying no back then. Now it's like, go fuck yourself.
Ask gas or cash.
And then she'd be like, all right, so we just got to go straight to it, like a mile away. Next thing you know, you've taken her to like 3 places to buy crack, a fucking liquor store.
Sounds like taking Austin
Fucking, oh my God.
and you-
it would take an
well,
hour and a half.
Yeah, and you're paying for all of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's
Hey,
like, I
baby.
need a couple more dollars, baby.
Hey, baby, let me get that. And we're like, all right, here you go.
Yeah, here you go, Dino. Thank you for all your years of service.
Well, she offered you the hand job at least.
Yeah, she did.
Is she good looking?
Oh, no.
Oh.
She really
Dang,
wanted.
I was picturing a good looking woman.
She
this
really
whole time.
wanted to
no,
fuck my
no.
dad bad.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's she. I think that's why she wanted to fuck me when I was 15. It's like you come out of your dad's dick,
Is it even possible?
Papa's
hoping
pee.
She's hoping to smell it.
Papa pee.
Is it even possible to have sex
I-
with that monster?
No.
Well, at this point, I can't say for sure.
I'm
Asian.
Why don't you tell him the story about how you were birthed out of your papa's pee-pee? The 2 years.
I wasn't
That's
there.
the 3 of
Is it a
you.
C-section
All 3
or
of us.
The 3's of yous.
He
No,
didn't
they-
need that.
they
He's
couldn't-
got
they
a
never had
huge
sex.
hole.
Oh yeah, this is out to all my motherfuckers. You know your pop's got a big pecker. Papa's pee-pee, motherfucker. Papa's pee-pee. Let's start this shit out motherfucking hot. My Pep's pee-pee be taking up the whole block. Close to the sun, that shit ain't burning. It's got its own orbit, so don't be squirming. $2 a ride, that dick lives outside. It would take 2 hangers, a house is underside. This peck could be second to none. Don't stare, you know that shit's close to the sun. Motherfucker.
Yeah. That's just fucking awesome.
I can't remember. Was
My
that
parents
the
never
debut?
had sex.
Yeah, well, that was gonna be my next question because
Well,
it's
the
like,
thing
there's no way-
is, I told you about the hangers in the intro. Our house was on an airstrip.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And his pecker lived outside. And we had not one but 9 Olympic swimming pools.
I imagine that he had a short drive to work. He just kind of like pole vaulted on his pee-pee
Yeah.
and just ended up at home, right?
Yeah,
He's
of
just
He
course.
threw his dick that way.
Yeah. and then all of a sudden he just follows.
Well, so
That's
anyhow,
fucking awesome.
whenever Mem wanted Mammy, she wanted to have a baby, she'd just go swim in one of them pools where the spermie lived, because that's where he
Oh,
would
that's
relieve
fucking
himself in them
funny.
Olympic pools.
Yeah.
And then there's 3 of us, and then he had a vasectomy. His balls are still decaying.
Well, they took out that piece of the tube, right? And that's what played that furry dragon in the Never-Ending Story. I was just like, yeah!
What was that dragon's
name? The tube from my daddy's pee-pee.
What was the dragon's name? Fargon? Or?
No, it was my dad's penis.
Yeah, it's Michael Donald Dyer's cock.
I can't, dude. I have it right on the tip of my tongue because we've been talking about this movie.
Dude, that movie,
It's like Fargon. What is it?
I don't
That
care.
movie made me
It's
very
Farrakhan.
upset.
I was going to say,
Farrakhan.
it gave me so much
good.
anxiety.
Every time.
Hold
I
on a second. Then we'll talk about that
Oh
furry
yeah, this is
dog
outdog
boy.
my motherfucker.
I'm gonna find out
You know
what-
your pop's got a big pecker. Let's start this shit out motherfucking hot. My peps be taking up the whole block. Close to the sun, that shit ain't burning. It's got its own orbit, so don't be squirming.
Don't be
$2 to
squirming.
buy that dicklet's outside. It would take 2 hangers, a house is underside. This pecker be second.
We got to make a little video for this and
You know
post
that
it on
shit's
that.
close
Yeah.
to the sun.
And tag it on him every day.
Well,
Every day.
Have you played it for him yet?
no, he might be watching. We got a few viewers.
Oh, nice.
Papa?
We've been talking about the tavern too, so that might get him worked up.
Oh yeah.
But what I was telling him is, we should probably have him do a rap, and that could be the outro.
Oh, that's a good one.
Would
Yeah.
he do it?
Yeah, he'll do it. We'll figure it out.
Oh yeah.
That'd be
What
awesome.
are you gonna have him rap about? Atreyu.
I
No.
don't know.
Falcor.
Yeah, I was
That's what he
close.
kinda said.
Falcor, whatever.
Falcor.
I haven't
So
seen that movie in forever.
No, seriously, that movie scared me.
So
It made
this-
me so nervous as a kid. I didn't like it at all.
well, all the movies. I was talking about how terrifying all like Labyrinth. fucking-
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hated that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
For
fucking-
2 weird
Labyrinth
reasons.
scared the shit out of me.
Suppose
as a
I
kid.
never saw the Crystal. or
Oh, Dark Crystal.
Dark Crystal
Dude, Tim
or-
Curry kills that shit.
Yeah,
Hmm?
but
The Dark Crystal.
I heard that was pretty dark as well.
Let me tell you why I
Well, the
didn't like
Labyrinth-
the Labyrinth.
You go ahead first.
You could go first.
He was. The whole movie was David Bowie in a codpiece trying to fuck a teenage girl.
Well, that's
right?
what I was
Right,
saying.
yeah.
is-
Take
it's-
shrooms and watch that shit though. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's, you're like, oh.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever
Codpiece.
seen it sober, to be honest. But-
No, but that's the thing is like
I would take shrooms, Matt.
she gets kidnapped.
Off air,
There's,
off
like,
air.
there's a kidnapping. There's weird creatures. So that's weird.
Yeah.
And then you see his cock in your face the whole rest of the movie. And so I didn't know if I was gay or not when I watched that movie.
And was he trying to fuck the baby?
Because I'm staring at that goddamn dick the whole time.
yeah, he's got that big
And
cock
then-
piece.
Well, let me
For
tell
sure.
you,
Rest in
actually,
peace.
one time me and the woman were watching that, and I said something about his dick.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, like interested in it. And I was like, you motherfucker. And that was 20 years later.
That's great.
I will divorce you.
Well, we were probably about 19, so I didn't know how to deal with her talking about another dick at that point.
Right? When that shit used to bug you.
It
Yes.
didn't bug me, but you keep
When I
it
was
to
in high school, that
yourself.
shit did.
I mean,
I don't hear
guess
about
it
any of
did-
your
I guess it
exes.
did bug me.
Yeah.
I'm like, I just keep it to yourself.
Yeah, you fucking bitch.
Yeah.
What the fuck is
Stupid
wrong with
bitch.
you?
Let me check emails. I'm sure we don't have anything though.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
Jesus,
so much confidence.
confidence.
I have no confidence. I don't think anyone.
I'm just gonna make a bunch of spam
Oh,
emails
wait.
and start emailing you.
Yeah, we got one.
Oh God, let me hit this button. Look at me,
I
I'm
don't even remember
fucking
what button it is
professional.
anymore.
3 males.
This one's from Pankaj Malhotra.
Oh, that's good pronunciation.
You want to come to my house tonight?
It says your website needs this. Greetings. Reading the mail and ignoring is more sales. More is wait no okay okay.
It's a sales email.
Oh, I know it's great. Reading
I am
the
a Russian
mail
woman.
and ignoring it as a more sales one. That's fine. I didn't take it personally. Just kidding. I was
Wow,
wondering if you're
this-
interested in our free of cost audit report for your website.
Oh,
We are
wow.
interested.
Yeah,
That was our.
Thank you. I am Russian lady. I live in Belarus now. I go there in 1942. I want to go to America.
Be my wife, husband.
A very, very firm vagina.
The email song always reminds me of the Chipperson podcast.
They stole it.
But I've came to the conclusion that I have to stop listening to that on public transportation.
Oh, is it too
Because I
Oh,
just
yeah.
start
You
laughing
start
too
laughing.
hard, and everybody just stares at you like
Yeah.
you're fucking a madman.
How many episodes is there?
Like
About
30?
30, yeah.
Shit, I gotta get. I don't have time for nothing.
Just listen to like
Just
the
put
last,
it on in the
most recent
background.
ones.
That's what
yeah.
I do.
Yeah, me and the baby's
But
gonna
holy
have to.
Even
shit,
when I'm
are they
playing
funny.
guitar and shit, I just put it on in the background.
Where
and
do
then
you
if-
get it?
Anywhere.
You could go to some of our places. You go to Podcast Addict. You can look up BB Podcast.
Are we on Podcast Addict? I
Yeah,
didn't know
and then
how
we're on
good we
the
was.
Mark's one.
Pocket Casts?
And then he listens to another one.
Player FM. Took me a minute.
Wow.
And then my brother ain't got it.
I guess
have
I
an
can
iPhone,
just
don't
go
you?
on
You got
Google.
iTunes.
It's on iTunes.
Just
the
download her.
podcast app.
I'll go on. I don't even have iTunes on my phone.
What?
You have an iPhone.
They are. You can't delete it. It's
no,
on
I've
there.
never even looked on it. I'm like,
did.
yeah.
Unless
You
you
just
like
go on
hack
there and
that
go
shit.
BB Podcast.
Well, it's funny because the iPhone and the iPod wasn't like made for. That's why they call it podcasting, actually.
Yeah,
For the most part.
Bullshit.
Well, I've
it's-
got.
It was
but
made for words with friends.
I've got all that stuff on my computer.
Oh yeah.
You could do it there too.
There's a
Yeah.
little purple icon on your phone. It should be on your home
So
screen.
you
It says
go up and it
podcast.
says-
You're a little purple
podcast.
icon.
Audio or something.
Somebody hand me
So
my
you
friend
go to-
Jimothy.
You go to BB
Jimothy.
Podcast
So,
and Chip Chipperson Podcast.
so there's lots of teams that need a quarterback, huh? I know a good
Did you
one.
say there's a lot of teens?
A lot of teams.
Oh damn!
He's gonna go to the
I was
Packers.
hoping you.
You think Colin Kaepernick
He
to the
ain't going
Packers?
to
Nah, actually, no,
Packers.
Is he coming back?
I think he
No.
could have. I think he would have until he filed that lawsuit.
Yeah,
yesterday.
he filed a
Oh, he
lawsuit.
filed
against
a
the
lawsuit.
NFL today, saying that
collusion.
they're colluding against him.
Which they probably are,
Yeah,
Did he,
they are.
but
Yeah, dude.
he
Does
has
he get
no
to-
chance of coming back now.
Does he get to collect unemployment?
Good question. I have no clue.
Bring him to Denver.
I don't know.
And what is the
Yeah,
max
Denver could
unemployment
use him.
for?
That's how I'm pissing off everyone that's mad at Trevor Siemian. I'm like, well, bring Colin Kaepernick in.
They should just send him to the Raiders. That's
Then
like a
they're
Raiders thing to do.
no kneeling son of a bitch.
Agreed, actually.
Yeah,
with
well, the Raiders, he'd be a perfect one.
I think Packers would do good with him.
Well, no, the Packers would do fine with him.
Yeah.
Well, when I saw Simeon when he went down and Broccoli come in the other night, I
I
was like, well, this is the time to get Colin.
Oh, that reminds
Right?
me of two
I know.
individual customers that we have.
oh,
When no, it was our employees.
Uh-oh.
Fuck you, Dante. And fuck you, Jack.
oh my god.
You guys, they brought in Colin Kaepernick, and you guys were like, "Oh, but you go!" And I don't know if it was because of the fantasy football or because they really. Who did I
Oh no,
say?
you're talking about they brought in
Osweiler.
Osweiler.
Brock
Yeah.
Osweiler.
Yeah,
I
no,
was like, what are you
Kaepernick.
talking about?
If Kaepernick came in, I'd be like, "That'd be fucking."
That'd be great.
They're like,
And now, at quarterback for the Denver Broncos, Colin Kaepernick.
hey, we just
We
lost a
would've won
viewer
the
when I said
Osweiler's
that. You
face.
think that was Jack?
we would have won the fucking
You think
thing.
that was Jack?
Yeah, it could've
Sorry.
been.
Or Dante?
How many viewers we got now?
2.
I wouldn't be
Nah.
surprised if it was Dante actually, because he asked me if I want to go skateboarding. I was like, I'm going to go do the podcast.
Fuck
And he
you,
was
Dante.
like, send me a link.
Fuck you. But anyways, the way they reacted to Oz Wingalar, you could take it down. It's fine.
No.
I told you I bought it from a crackhead. You could scratch your name into it. I could care
It's-
less.
Break it on stage.
No, I
Go
bought
on.
it from a dead crackhead.
You guys ever do that
Yeah,
shit?
it's
So
our
it's got
friend.
memories.
That's our friend, the dead crackhead.
Oh. You guys ever break a guitar on stage though? Just curious.
No, guitars are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't that
It's like a
rich.
rock star thing to do though, right?
Nope. It's stupid and wasteful.
Play a G chord the whole time.
Is it in tune? All
My
right.
friend stole a guitar from
No, it's not in tune, but
the
it
high
sounds
school
great.
band.
Who?
My friend stole a guitar from like a high school band. And then, like, you know, and
Some
then
kids in high school. He like roughed them up and stole their guitar.
No, they were in, like while we were in high school. They just stole one of the guitars.
It was
It was
probably
like
your
freshman
guitar.
year.
Well,
No, I
you
never
sons
played
of
guitar.
bitches.
But then they broke it on stage at a talent show their senior year, and I thought it was hilarious.
What guitar did
Because
you?
school had no clue.
Your guitar
There's
didn't.
only 4 guitars that haven't lived. Out of all my guitars. Remember that Vox we bought and then we sold it? You bought. Maybe
So you-
we bought. I don't know.
I think I
And it was like
Did I get it
$60,
from
and
John
then we
Perkins?
sold it for like 100 or like
For
700
like
bucks.
200, yeah, or something crazy. I bought it from John Perkins or
No,
Parkins.
no. It was some weird hippie waitress. She found it in her garage or some shit.
Nope.
Yep, that's what happened. I just told you. That's what
No,
happened.
I believe you, but I don't remember.
And
it.
then one I think I gave to a homeless guy.
Well, somebody broke one of yours on
And
stage.
then Aaron buckled, dropped my Ibanez. And it's kind of probably a good thing because I never bought a whammy bar thingy after that until my Fender now.
Yeah.
So I would have been one of those wee wah woo wee woo woo. One of those guitar players.
Yeah, those suck.
So that's probably a good thing. I didn't learn how to use that.
I tried to keep all my skateboards. Just whenever I moved to Colorado, I was like, no, I can't take these because there's like 100 of them. I was just like,
100?
get the fuck out of here and threw them all in the dumpster.
In a dumpster, you should have gave it to some little Chinese kids.
I moved in a hurry. It was like a day.
You couldn't find any Chinese kids in a day?
Not in Missouri. You think there's Chinese kids in Missouri? It's all whites.
Yep.
So there's a Vox. Oh, and then there's a blue one that I don't know what happened to.
You don't know what happened to the old
I
blue?
think,
I remember the blue
someone
one.
stole
Was
it.
that an Ibanez too?
It was an ESP.
Oh, yeah.
Which the one that got stepped on at the bar?
No, it was Aaron buckled.
He's reimagining this thing. I remember he blamed this thing on Aaron Buckhold.
No, he dropped my guitar that night.
He dropped it?
Yeah, and it had one of those locking nuts at the top.
The blue one.
Is that me?
Yeah, it's you.
Oh, dear
You hooked
God.
into your telephone.
Who is this?
Oh my goodness.
Fuck you, it didn't show up.
That's some free.
Hello? Hello, are you a robot?
You're live on air, Robot.
Hello.
Hey, it's Paulie Robot Boy. Can you hear us? Fuck
Hello.
you.
Polly, can you
guys
hear us?
me? I don't know.
What did I tell you earlier? Paul said, I told him I thought he was dead.
I thought he was dead too.
And he was like, that's very thoughtful. And I was like, and I was like, no, I mean, oh, he hung up. Yeah, I told him it didn't work. He thought I was lying. So
Skype
anyways, he told me that was very nice. And I said, well, I didn't call the cops or nothing. I just thought you were dead. I mean, I didn't send a search crew.
That's great.
Yeah. So
Fantastic.
we have. You ever heard of the bearded stink we've always talked about here?
The bearded stink.
No, who's that?
It's one of our customers.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
She always messes
Yeah.
her diaper
Yes.
and such.
Yep. I know. Yep.
So she came in
that's
Sunday, and you know when she usually comes in, she's like, "Hey, let me get a water, a Diet Coke, 2 iced teas. I'll take a Spumoni ice cream." You know, and she just goes on this tangent.
Yeah.
And so my niece comes up to me and she's like looking at me so confused after the bearded stink pulls her aside. And she's like, do we carry Tazmooo? And I was like, what? She's like, Tazmooo?
The fuck is Tazmooo?
Exactly.
I don't know, but it sounds like it's some alcohol. Maybe.
No, her fucking brain is fucking got cancer.
Did you Google? It's probably like Australian.
Look it up.
I'm gonna Google it.
Tazmooo.
I assume it's Tazmoo.
That's what I was thinking.
So, and I was like, no, we don't have any Tazmoo. And she goes over back to her, hey, we don't have Tazmoo. And then she's like, I'll have Spumoni then.
Spumoni. She made up Spumoni too.
No,
Spumoni's not a word.
I've heard of Spumoni.
I've heard the word
We
Spumoni,
sell a Spumoni.
but I think it's a name, isn't it?
Well, Tazmooo, the first thing that comes up is a Twitter handle.
Oh, maybe it's her. Oh, I hope it's her.
2 Twitter handles, but no.
Two of them.
Then an artist is actually called Tazmooo.
I am Tazmoo.
Maybe she was trying to buy a painting.
Yeah.
And then a World of Warcraft character,
That's definitely it.
and the world rankings.
Really? What does it look like?
Yeah, let's make a picture of that.
Okay.
Oh, I hope it looks like her. If you ever saw her, you would know exactly who we're talking about without knowing who we were
Oh,
talking
I
about.
know who you're talking about. I think.
You met the woman?
I think I've met her one time.
The bearded stink?
I think I
so.
know who you're talking about, but I'm not 100%.
See, it used to be the Stinks.
Yeah,
But,
but
but
one of
one
them
of the
is dead.
stinks is
There's
dead.
no picture. It just shows all of his stats
Oh.
for
Well,
World of
that's too
Warcraft.
Write it down. Is that how to say it out loud?
No, it's. I don't know
Or
her
can
name.
I say it out loud?
I don't
Oh,
know.
you
Yeah,
don't
I
even know her
give a
name.
shit.
Okay, I was gonna say it was Judy, not the
No,
No,
Judy we all
no.
thought
She
was
doesn't
dead.
have a beard.
Oh,
She's
okay.
just
Not the
Never
Judy
mind.
we thought was
Okay.
dead, the one that writes Christmas cards or whatever.
That's who I thought it was. So
No.
All right.
Oh,
cool.
that's
so
a
I'm
good-
not retarded.
Hey, thanks for the leeway, actually.
Ah.
So we have a whole family of customers. I won't say their name.
Judy.
No, Judy, of course. I'm getting to Judy. Judy's part of the story. I'll say her name a million times.
I was
Love
gonna say
you,
there's no way
Judy.
she listens, so I
She-
guess it's
we're
okay to
friends
say.
on
but-
Facebook. She might be listening.
I hope she listens.
Do you think she even knows how to use?
She weirdly has an iPad.
All right.
So she comes in and she's like, "Oh, I heard one of these so and so died. His name is Scott." And we're like, "Oh yeah, he's
And
what
which
happened is his car like flew
his
off
car
a
fell
bridge or
and
something."
it's sad because it's somebody. This lady that worked at
Long-time
the restaurant.
customers.
Well, no, this lady that worked at the restaurant for a million years, Sandy. It's her brother, and so it's a sad story, and I don't want her to be upset. By it
Yeah,
at all.
exactly.
Because she's one of those people I like in the world.
She worked at our
You
place
like
for
people?
well over 20 years.
Hell yes, I do.
Well,
I
and
like you
so
when you're dead.
she's like, his name. She was like, his name was Scott, and
This
Chris somehow his age came up, and Chris was like, yeah, he was like 65, and she goes, Scott sounds like a child's name.
No, well, she started off the whole thing was like, "Did you hear about that little boy Scott Clapham died?" I'm like, "Little boy? He's like in his 60s or 70s."
At
It was like, and a grown man wouldn't be called Scott.
So in her mind,
I'm like,
your name changes with you as you get older.
I'm 20 now, so I'm gonna go with a different name. Like what?
what a fucking! How insane do you have to be? I've known Scotts.
We've known all them all our life. Really.
I know
Yeah.
we've known all of them, but no, not Scott. I'm not
I don't know.
personally
who he is.
saying Scott. I don't know if I might have met him once or twice, but I know Scotts that are
Yeah, definitely.
50. I know Scots that are 80. I know Scots that
And
are
I
10.
guess I could see where. I mean, you don't see.
Nobody
like,
would call their kids Scott now. Their kid's
That's
name
what I
is
mean.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna. You're not gonna see a fucking. I don't know. What's the name of our time?
the apex of Scott was like the 80s.
Alan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For your time, I would
Yeah.
say. Alan. Something.
What's
We
a
didn't
girl's
know
name
Alan
of our
was
time?
before of Jennifer.
You're not. You don't see too many Jennifers in old folks' homes yet.
No, not.
Yeah.
So I guess I
Okay.
could see where her brain was, but not the way it came out her mouth. All children are named Scott.
Well, yeah, I think like the Jones family, there's not a single name in that family that is ever going to pass on. Natalie, Jennifer, Jacqueline, and Lindsay.
Yeah, you're right.
They're
Maybe
all-
Lindsay. I can see Lindsay.
Maybe.
Nah, I don't
Like,
know. Is
people
that?
still name their kid Lindsay.
But they'll spell it weird, like
Yeah.
Lynn.
Like
that one would get mad at you.
I actually had a friend with
We had a
that's
Lindsay
named
that-
Lindsay with a Z.
We had a Lindsay that
Yeah, but
worked
you're
for us.
25.
It's weird, but it's still though. It's like, what the fuck? Why did you spell it with a
We
Z,
had a
bitch?
Lindsay that worked for us, and she spelled it Lindsay. And so we'd always say Lindsay, and she's like, "It's Lindsay, it's Lindsay."
I'm a Linzer.
I just do it phonetically.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I always spell everything phonetically. Man.
That's
No,
like
you
you
phonetic.
saying, "Oh,
Please
my
do.
name is John," spelled Mark.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. It's how it's spelled. That's how it's born.
Yep.
What are you playing over there, Mark?
I was trying to play Hey Joe.
It's pretty easy. Then on that, then hit a. Yeah, this seems about right. And then it's just all major chords. There's no minor, nothing. Do the chord like in yeah. Almost. Oh, you're making it hard on yourself. Just do the bar on the G.
Yeah.
And then now go over the next string. Do you know the?
To all the audio
the-
listeners out there.
He can hear it. Do you know the major chord on the if you start on the A string? Where it's like a barred with the no, when you're barring it though. So go up to start, yeah. And then go over a string, but play the major chord. Yeah. I'll only show you, but you got to play it. 'Cause
No.
I'm not going to play them.
I don't want to play.
Fine.
I don't want to play.
All right, well, Scott was a little boy. I'll cross that off.
Scott was
Where else?
Hey, we're just
Yeah,
zipping
look at
through them
this.
today. We're zipping right through
Oh,
it.
here's
We
a good one.
don't have to
Oh.
do this
Some-
much longer.
Such as my brother with his hat. When I've had a long day, I'll just leave with a hat, like most gentlemen.
Yeah.
And the other day, where the fuck was I? I was going out in the world. It doesn't really matter where. Pick a place. Where do you want me to go?
Ithaca.
I was in Ithaca buying
Mangoes.
mangoes.
Wow, we
And
came
so
up with
all
shitty
I had
stuff.
available was my Super Bowl Broncos hat from
Great.
the one that because I can't find my other hat. My other hat, the one that I bent to make you mad.
Oh yeah.
That's a nice hat.
People in Ithaca won't know.
Oh, they know. and then my James Brown shirt. And so like I ventured out in the world and everybody's like, nice hat, nice shirt. And I'm all like, leave me the fuck alone.
You
like,
should
I'm
make your shirt a hat.
pretty much. And I was like so annoyed. I even called the woman. I was like, everybody won't stop talking about my hat and my shirt.
You gotta stop wearing graphic tees.
Yeah, and I have one. And I got too much attention. I go in the world. You know what I go in the world like?
Huh.
One of those millionaire famous people, even though I'm not. I
Oh?
don't want to interact with anybody.
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, I do. It's funny. I went to go get my haircut, and like today at this new place, and
What was it called? Where my brother went?
No,
JoJo's?
no, it's this place by my work that just opened up, and they had a cheap haircut, so I went to go try them out. It was Lady Jane's.
Hey.
Anyways,
Mary Jane's
Give
even
her
better.
a shout out.
No, I don't remember her name.
Hey, Lady Jane, good
Let's
job.
just go with Jane.
Hey, yeah, let's go, Jane.
You should just shave
What?
your head. You wear a hat all the time anyway.
Yeah, no, well, not.
I've been thinking about that recently. Actually,
You
I'm like,
stopped
I
him
wear
in
a
his
hat
tracks.
every single day. I don't
Then
know
you
why I
stopped
have
him
long
in his
hair.
tracks.
No, like, but you walk in and like, you know,
Wait till you're bald.
the lady who cut my
know.
hair is actually on her smoke break when I came in, right? And like she followed me
Their
in.
hands stinky.
Well, whatever. I don't care. I'm used to it. Anyway, so like she came in behind me, and then right when you walk in, there's a computer with a keyboard right in front of you, and you're supposed to sign in and do your shit right there. But like,
You have to do your own signing in?
yeah, but all I wanted to do was like talk to her and tell her my name and tell her,
Yeah.
no, but you have to like click
What
in.
the fuck?
You put your name, email address, and then
How now?
where you found out about
Now.
the place,
Oh,
and blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, it was kind of threw me off, but to knock $10 off the haircut price. Is
All right,
fine.
go.
Well, yeah.
That kind of happened to me.
So.
Similar situation.
A
happened
couple
with-
fingers on a board for $10.
Have you guys ever been
We're
to?
back in business. Keep going.
All right.
You guys ever been to
That's fine.
Frosted Leaf, the weed dispensary?
Nope.
So okay,
I've
well,
been to about 3 dispensaries.
I've actually I think I've praised
went there
this
one time.
dispensary
Yeah.
on this podcast before because I
Yeah.
like their setup.
Yeah.
But the setup fucked me. Like it didn't fuck me over, but it felt really awkward. I went in there 5 minutes before close, which I hate doing. but
Sure.
I needed
Dick.
weed,
yeah.
and I wasn't gonna not smoke that night.
You gotta do
So
it.
I
Yeah.
went
You
there.
could be fast, though.
But there's no one in there, and I just went up to the counter because, like, Frosted Leaf, it's all you don't talk to anybody. You just go to a computer and you enter all your shit.
Uh-huh.
And I just went up to the counter and I was like, because it's 5 minutes till close.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey,
Yeet.
can I just get an eighth blackberry Kush? Because I already went online, did all my shit.
Yeah.
And she was like, go over to the computer and order it. I'm like,
Ah.
what the fuck is your problem?
my God,
There's no
dude.
one in here. Like, why can't I just get?
Just yeah.
And then it took
I
like
don't know.
after I placed my order, and like had to sit there on a stool for her to be like, oh okay. And look at her computer and then
Oh
grab
my
the
God,
item.
dude.
I'm like, I already told you what I want.
It's like sitting in the room with someone
Yeah.
and texting each other.
I was just like, what the fuck is this shit? But I do like it when they're busy, like that. Like I like their setup when they're busy.
My
'cause-
favorite one is the one over here for buying weed.
Good Kim.
Dude, they're so fast.
They are. And
You walk in, you're like,
every
hey,
10th
fucking
visit-
give me that one. They're like, here you go, get the fuck out.
do you enter your phone number on that iPad every time you go in?
I do, but I don't ever really pay attention.
You should. Every 10th visit, you get a free joint.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I just like the efficiency.
Maybe I just don't go enough because I never
Even
got one.
kind
I used to
love,
go every day when I lived over here, so it was great for me.
even kind love, they're pretty quick, but it can get slow.
yeah. Well,
Not on the med
Kind
side.
Love sucks.
On the med side, there's fucking people. Oh,
Kind Love's one of the worst
what
dispensaries, I
percentage
feel
of
like, for that,
linnable?
personally.
Yeah, man.
This cut. You
Let's
know.
go. I don't care what industry it is.
Ew.
Yeah.
Back in the day, like we were talking about them old bastards, they used to call up and be like, "Large pepperoni, click."
Click on the
And-
phone.
And we were like, "Oh, these guys are jerks."
Well,
do
that's
you know
why I
how
feel.
much? Do you know how much I yearn for that now?
yeah, right.
Do
Exactly.
that was it was the best ever.
I
Do you
feel
know
bad
what I mean?
complaining about weed though, because like I used to wait. Could have been like an hour in a parking lot waiting for some
Well,
dude to show up.
I'm not complaining, but come on, let's go.
Right. I just
And
feel
that's
like-
why this place over here makes money, probably.
Yeah, I can't wait till it's like liquor. It's like no lines.
Same price.
Yeah, you
let's
just
Go
go.
walk in.
grab my shit, and then I walk up to you when I'm ready to clock out. You know, check out, not clock out.
Oh,
but-
good. I was gonna get you on that.
Yeah, whatever.
I was
Gentlemen,
ready.
I'm out of here.
Is it 8:30 already?
Yeah, it's 8:30. I'm out of here.
Here.
Oh,
Hold
You a
on.
chicken shit bastard? What are you gonna
you're
go?
a chicken shit bastard.
I want to watch the Titans.
What Titans?
Is that where
I
you're
don't
going?
know.
No,
the
I'm not
Titans
gonna
are
watch
playing
football.
tonight.
I don't give a shit about
That man's
football.
watching football.
I
Yeah.
gotta go take a shit at 8:45 every night down on I live in
Well,
Buckley.
I am a fucking regular motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's
know what I
good
mean?
though. It's good
Dude,
for
you
you.
should try to change your regularity to the morning for shits.
No, I know.
Well, you just said it's 8:45.
Yeah,
No, he said his
Oh,
butt was 8:40.
Okay.
Yeah,
bad.
He's
I'm
my
drunk.
brother Saint is
That's-
rumpus ones.
that's my fictional bowel movement time. 8:45.
Hey, you want to see the saw I bought?
The saw?
Yeah.
What saw did you buy?
Like a
Oh,
what saw?
No, that's a lot of. Oh, I think Paul was texting me. That's not good.
Uh-oh.
Look at this fucking thing I fucking bought.
He's mad that you said his name.
Oh, hell
on there.
yeah.
I bought a real man saw.
Wow, look at
we-
you. What kind of projects are you doing
Hey,
with
What kind
that?
of blades it got on it? Just for wood?
I don't know, 10-inch fucker.
Why don't you make me
Let me
trace
tell
it?
you what happened. I woke up. I was like, I'm gonna fucking buy me a fucking saw today. Because first of all, my brother needs like 2 corners fixed.
So you got to use the fucking big ass.
Well, have you ever used a regular man saw?
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh man, it's the worst.
don't
So
care.
we've been busy. Well, you would if you were fixing 2 corners.
I'm a
One
man-
corner.
Yeah, you ever worked the corner?
I'm a manual labor kind of guy. Yeah, I've
Yeah,
worked
one-
the corner.
Yeah, one. But you get to 2 corners, you got to be crazy. I think he's got 4 corners.
We had 4 of them.
Oh my god!
Isn't
You guys are
Colorado part
crazy.
of Four Corners? What's the states with the
Yeah,
four
but did you hear that they moved it?
No.
And everybody was so mad at him. You could
How
leave,
can
Mark.
you move it?
I know.
I just wanted to show you my saw.
That
How
was
can you-
good. I like
I don't
your
get
saw.
how you can move
Bye, guys.
boundaries. Good scene.
Let me
man.
tell you
Because
about.
they don't exist. They're not real.
Yeah,
Well, it's not real, but then they did the real GPS.
GPS.
That's how I say
GPS.
S's now.
Oh, I want a piece
See
of
you,
that
Marcus.
GPS.
See, Mark.
So I
Good
get
knowledge.
this GPS shit going, and it was like fucking like 40 feet off or something. And everybody was like, no, it wasn't. And they were all irate. Oh, wait, I turned you off by accident.
They should just change the constitution of all them states to make everybody happy.
He took it to the next level. Wait, hold on. Let me check out Bronco hat, James Brown. We got a text here from Paul. Let's look at it.
Nice.
All right, it says via Sabado. The following story is fictional. It does not depict any actual person nor event. Audio discretion is advised. Return, delete, goddammit. I don't know how to stop this shit. What the fuck? The audio texting is not my forte. Anyway, man, if you ever riding in the car with some queer driving and he's asking for directions and the directions are straight, tell him, man, you've been sucking a lot of dicks lately. I think it's about time you go straight. About a half mile more. See? It's straight to the point. That's funny. Good job.
Yay!
Right. If you would have
Paul.
told that, I wouldn't have left.
It's you get to the point and you fucking tell your good job, Sabado. You've been learning. You,
I liked your comparison to Jim Carrey and Paul.
It's true.
I don't know. Do you watch the Norm Macdonald podcast at all?
I was
Or
telling
listen?
him about it. He doesn't watch it, but I was telling him about
I can't. I don't do shit. You know what I
Yeah,
watch? I watch
right.
my daughter piss into my face every day.
Right. I listen to most of my podcasts
Does
at
she
work,
have like
so
a
I guess
funnel
you can't
she
do that either.
Shit.
Hey, Pep, where's your face?
Do you know she's literally only peed on me once?
That's
fucking
pretty good.
amazing.
That's
pretty-
because it's
no,
not
that's
a
Even
boy.
my brother's kids peed on me like 4 times.
Was it a boy or a girl?
I mean, he's got 2 boys and a girl.
I was gonna say them boys
Actually,
seem to
no.
probably pee on.
2 boys and 2 girls.
And
I haven't
the
met the second girl.
The
yet.
only time she peed
Yeah,
on
well, what can you do?
It just happened.
the only time she peed on me was because I was too drunk to get her
Whoa.
diaper on right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just,
Uh,
that
yeah.
seems like a good kid.
So where was the diaper where she peed?
No, I just didn't.
So it was like on her side.
no,
and
it just
she's just
wasn't.
peeing.
I didn't like. I just like grabbed the tab and bleh, and it didn't connect. It didn't connect, and
I
she
don't
peed
know.
on
I don't
me.
think I've been peed on by a child yet.
She's a very nice kid.
I've peed more on myself a lot.
This is what I'm gonna tell my kid. This is I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm gonna tell my daughter. I only have my own experience to go by. I'm like, hey, you know, the only thing that I know is that if you ever are on acid, you should have your mom pee on your dick because that is kind of sensual. It's warm, very warm, and you will like that the way that feels.
brothersbear@gmail.com. See, that's what timing is.
You guys are both Doug Stanhope fans, though, right?
Of course.
Yeah, you guys-
He's been to one of those basements and watched
Yeah,
them.
I've been to a couple of stand-up programs.
I gotta pee. You guys talk
Right
about
on.
the
Well,
basements.
Stanhope was talking about recently on his podcast, and it refers to like the basement thing, but he was talking about the places because he doesn't like to book big comedy clubs,
Yeah.
so he just books hole in the wall places, kind of like whatever basement you were in. But he was saying he showed up to a place in Miami, and they didn't have electricity. Like,
Yeah.
He's like, how am I supposed to perform without electricity? Like, just yell.
Yeah.
He was talking about it on his podcast.
Well, his show, the show I saw of him do it, was in the basement of a King Supers in Greeley. It was called the Shit Town Tour.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
in. I drove an hour and a half to Greeley, and the show was fantastic. It was unbelievable. It was just in the basement of a King Supers.
He's probably the only comedian that I want to see before I die. Like that, I really, really want to see. You
Oh,
know, that like I would spend ungodly amounts of money, even though it wouldn't. You know, he's not going to charge me ungodly.
It would. Yeah, it would never.
I want to see him in Bixby though. I think that'd be amazing.
That'd be pretty great.
But anyways, I didn't realize this, and maybe I should wait for Patrick to get back.
no.
Okay, so I didn't realize this until recently when Ralphie May died. But he's got like this whole, it's like a fantasy league football. I don't know if you ever played fantasy football.
He's got that death pool. I've
Yeah,
heard
but
him
it's
talk about
all like anybody can join. Like me and you can join. Like right now, you choose 8 players. I'm gonna join next payday. To be honest,
it. How much is it to join?
it's like $20.
Oh,
I mean, you put whatever you want. $20 is the minimum, but
Yeah.
and then you choose like 8 team players or whatever, and if you choose what order, and you can get a big payout. Like,
Yeah.
it's exactly like fantasy football, which I think is hilarious.
How much did they win off Ralphie May?
He
Who had
won
Ralphie
like $7,000. Doug Stanhope. He's the only one that
Stanhope
had
had
him.
it?
Yeah, he
Oh,
had it. Doug
Why the
he
fuck
said he
would
had
he-
him for like 8 years.
Why would he be the only one to have Ralphie May? Ralphie May was clearly going to die pretty
Well,
quick.
I think as soon as you have somebody in first place, no one else can lock that person. They can put him in second place, but you can't put him in. You know, it's really crazy, like the whole thing. But I want to do it and start Artie Lang. I think, or
You think he's falling off the
either
wagon?
Artie Lang or Donald Trump, because Donald Trump's close to getting
Yeah.
assassinated. But
I'm
I think
sure
Artie
a lot
Lang,
of people got Trump.
Artie Lang just turned 50.
Trump might just have a heart attack.
Yeah, Artie Lang just turned 50 last week. I just, I think he's either gonna kill himself or again try it at least again.
Yeah.
He wasn't very successful the first 2 times, but
Fucking lazy.
no, I don't know if you heard what we were talking about, but Doug Stanhope has like this whole like web page dedicated to celebrity death.
Oh, I knew that.
It's great,
He's got the
but it's
death
like
pool
fantasy
forever.
football. Yeah, he had fucking what's his name?
Richie May. What's
Ralphie
his
May.
name? Richie.
He won like $7,000 off that shit. But I'm thinking about,
$7,000?
yeah. Well,
I
I mean,
gotta
there's
get on
so many
there.
people that
I
join
know.
it, but it's like $20 to
So-
join, and
so-
then you choose 8 people. Your top
Stanhope
8.
is into football.
Do
and
they have
shit,
the
right?
list, or do you have to
Stanhope-
come up with it?
Yeah, you have to come up with it. It's
Oh.
anybody, any celebrity.
Well, who does Stanhope?
Stanhope's
root
really
for
into
for
football, which is what I was surprised.
Who's his team?
Arizona Cardinals.
He's a Cardinal.
Yeah, Bigsby.
The rings goes.
Because I hear him talk. Like I love that bit he did about breast cancer awareness, and where he's just dreaming about He was like, I'm watching this. I want to pull that running back's pants down and fuck him in the
Yeah,
ass
that's
with
one of
it."
my favorite bits.
He's
Man,
the greatest comedian to ever live, in my opinion.
I don't think he's really a comedian.
Because he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I love
not
that. I just
really
love
a
that he doesn't give a
comedian.
fuck. He doesn't do podcasts unless he wants to. You know, he only does what he wants to,
Well,
and then he
he's-
publicly states like, "What do I care? Like, I have all the fans I want. I don't care if I never gain another fan. I have the support I want."
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's
I just
hilarious.
love that.
He's,
Nah,
I mean, he comes up with great bits, but he's really not a.
I love
he's
that
just
dark
talking
shit, too.
shit all the time.
He's had funny stand-ups before,
We
and then
did
he's had
pretty
ones
good.
where
Look
he's
at that.
just talking.
Did we open that fresh tonight?
Yeah, that's
Pretty
not bad.
close. Yeah, ain't
That's
bad.
an hour and a half.
You like that?
That's not even like.
You like that, Ma?
We ain't done yet.
Yeah, mom. You like that, mommy?
I say we finish it.
Yeah, we will probably.
Well, I mean, there's only 2 shots left. So-
I was kind of trying to do a last try. I gotta quit drinking.
Yeah,
I have to. My insides.
I'm
hurt.
thinking the same. I've
It's
cut
not
back
like
way.
when I binged in my 20s. This has
Right.
been a long binge though.
I literally get the chance to drink like every 2 weeks.
Yeah. I turned
So I'm gonna
27
take it.
next
So
Thursday.
what you're saying is I should have a child.
Yeah.
That's the only way I'm gonna stop drinking.
I turned 27 next Thursday.
Is that your phone or did Mark leave his phone?
That's my phone. But I turned 27 next Thursday, and I'm kind
You-
of taking that as like,
Don't
let's
pick
try to
up the
clean
guitar.
up my life a little bit.
27, that ain't nothing.
Actually, I think
You got
that's when
another
we
decade.
quit, right?
That's
I think
right
I was
about when
27
yeah.
when I quit.
I'm
everything.
not gonna go completely sober. Fuck that.
No, I'm just saying that's when I had my like, hey, I should probably be healthy for
But
at least more.
I
Than
have kind of
10
decided,
days.
like, I mean, I don't give a fuck anybody who listens to this, but I'm gonna cut the cocaine. Cause
Well, you
I've,
should probably do that
You
at
got
some
anything
point.
on you?
no.
You pussy.
I've been trying to cut it the last month.
You got any DMT on you?
I don't have anything on me besides weed. I've got DMT and
I
coke
don't care
at
if
the
you guys
house.
do the drug cast, but it'll probably make me uncomfortable
Yeah.
when you're here. I'm sure.
But
If your
that's
guys' eyes
that's my
are-
main goal for my.
Hey,
I
do
don't
your
know, I
eyes
try to-
get weird and shit?
No.
Like fucking. Ooh.
No. Well, you do DMT every day.
Oh, shut up! Shut up!
I'm just saying it's
Shut
so
up.
natural throughout your body.
That's
like,
not what I'm saying.
There's
here.
no drug
Yeah.
test. There's no.
No, but whatever
not
the
smoking
fuck
it or whatever.
You're
Honestly,
smoking-
I have no idea what my eyes do because like never in
Man,
this situation.
whatever the fuck you're smoking when you smoke DMT is asbestos.
The last time I did it,
Asbestos?
Yeah.
the last time
It's
I did it, I
horrible.
did a large amount, probably the largest amount I ever did, and I felt like. I don't know, like one of those movies, like where the camera just goes around you in a circle for like ever.
And what'd you do there?
And I just, well, I know for a fact. I guess I don't know this, but in my mind, I was rolling around in a circle, laughing my ass off, which I'm sure was awkward as hell.
That's shitty.
That's
as a
why I'll
roo-
never smoke that in front of anybody.
That's shitty as a roommate.
Fuck.
Fucking,
It's like
you come
10
out. You
minutes.
come out to go get some
I'll-
Cheerios, and your roommate.
Shitty as a roommate. I've came home to.
Your roommate's spinning in the middle of the floor.
That is the least of their worries. I've came home 3 different times this week with ARs in the fucking living room.
Why?
Because they think they're cool and they want to Snapchat that shit.
Oh! I thought you came home 3 different times with 3 different
No,
ARs.
no, not me. I've never.
He's all like, I was skating.
Never shot
and
a gun.
I found
Papa pee pee.
I think it's hilarious. I'm not trying to be racist or any of that shit, but all
go
the
ahead.
black
What's
people
the
that come over, they
difference?
always want to put their guns in their Snapchat. I'm like, what the fuck? You just want to people know you're fucking packing, I guess. But when they
What's,
bring like the fucking big fucking guns out, I'm just like, you guys are fucking crazy. But the
Well,
other day,
I told you about.
this is a great
Well,
story.
here, this is where my story is now. I embellish it every few years because the guys that were involved are dead now, so I could do that.
right?
And so this is how the story goes now. The real story, well, I'll tell you the real story afterwards. I'm like, hey, mister, I'm going to come over and buy some marijuana tweeds. And he says, okay, mister, you buy some tweeds. Oh, dear God, let's go do this drive-by. Here's an AR-15. And he throws it in my arms. And then I don't do a drive-by.
Yeah,
I just
fuck
get
that.
I get scared and I go home and smoke the weed I just bought.
I would.
And so, but anyways, what really happened was it was like 6 events mixed together.
Right.
So my previous drug dealer, he spiraled out of control as most do eventually if you stay in it long enough.
Yep.
It started out as weed and then progressed to everything else. That's why, if you weren't aware of it, I was a morphine addict for at least
I
I
had
don't
no
know,
clue,
about a
actually.
year or so. I was snorting that shit like fucking all the fucking time.
Fuck that.
That was
couldn't
that
hit-
was my dog, bro.
I've never gotten to downers.
Oh, they're the best.
You're getting to
I was-
downers.
you're
drinking
drinking-
alcohol right now. What
You
the
just
fuck?
drank
is
a
alcohol considered a downer?
Yeah.
I
So
feel like
is
it makes me more.
marijuana.
I disagree with that.
No, look
But-
it up. It's in the downer class.
Look it up. What
Look it up on this.
Sativa's
set.
compared to coffee sometimes. How is that a downer?
It's still a downer, right? It's more of a personality thing,
As
I
far as
thought.
know.
All right.
Whatever, reefer man. So what did I start it with?
AK-42.
Oh yeah, so I'm sitting there. I'm like, hey, where am I gonna? I need to mix another part into there. It was this experimental weed.
Experimental.
No, actually, that same feller, he had this. What was it called? G13 or something.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was the only time I ever smoked weed, and I couldn't drive. I was like, I'm just gonna stay here for a while.
You guys ever seen American Beauty? Obviously,
Yep.
I'm sure. But
Yeah.
do you remember whenever?
Yeah, I'm
that's
hoping
the,
for that a day.
That's the weed they sold them. Though was G13.
Oh, it's good stuff.
The last time I took a mushroom, or no, it wasn't the last time, but I took I took mushrooms and I watched American Beauty. But I
Great
remember
movie.
I was all fucked up because I had a really bad night that night. I was like I ate a ridiculous amount of mushrooms that night.
That's
And-
not good.
And I started texting my brother on the toilet. I'm not doing too good. I love you, brother. And that was for sure. And
That's gonna be him when you know how Cliff goes. Same as he's gonna end all his sentences with
that was
that's for sure.
And then I had to go lay in my bedroom for like half an hour. And then I was okay.
That
But-
was most of our first 6 years together.
yeah.
I can't believe you've never done any psychedelics. That's what blows my mind.
Well, that's what's crazy. I'm like, give me that morphine in my nose.
Yeah.
Oh, those things are scary. Those
No.
psychedelics.
Yeah.
But so he texted me from the shitter. From the shitter.
I love you, brother. It was something like that. But I like that night because I'd been drinking all day and been doing shit all day, and then I took all those. I ate a retarded amount of mushrooms for a person that's not used to eating
That's
mushrooms.
not PC.
Yeah.
I really want to say something hysterical, but I can't because I'm afraid somebody's listening.
Oh. Damn.
Was that the end of your story? Did you just pause?
It is now. Inside jokes.
Hold on.
Inside jokes.
No, I'll write it down for you.
But
Still
where's
inside
my-
jokes to the audience.
Well, yeah, fuck you,
No,
audience.
no, no,
Watch.
no.
This is why.
Oh God.
See?
Yep. All right, I get
But,
it.
yeah, but no, I was
I'm
all,
gonna just say it right now.
No, I'll fucking kill you.
I literally, but I took an insane amount of mushrooms that night.
Retarded amount of mushrooms.
Yeah,
Go on.
and then so I write you and I'm like, I love my brother, you're my brother.
Oh, yeah. That's after we've already parted ways. I was here in the basement already.
Oh yeah. And then after that, I army crawled out into the living room. And because I kept on crying for Noemi to come hug me, I'm like, Noemi, please, and she wouldn't come in and give me a hug. And I was like, I'm like upset. I'm thinking about divorcing her right now because I'm like,
Because she didn't pick you up
it
while
was
you were
like you
army
didn't
crawling.
come. No, I begged her to come comfort me while I was like having this horrible
Welcome to my
horrible
wife.
mushroom trip. Like I was like everything about me is the worst that's ever happened, and the world looks weird. And so,
Speaking of the world looking weird, have you seen that? There was like a video of like some guy that was captured during the Iraq War or whatever.
Iraqi.
oh, this isn't.
And
Yeah, I know
Vice
what you're
News
talking
just put a huge thing out about it, but he was talking about how like he thought they were fucking with him, the
About
Iraqi
Trump
about
being-
Trump being elected. He was
Yeah.
like, I thought that was all like a ploy.
I thought that was a
Oh,
Taliban joke.
And then he,
Oh,
and then he
that's
finally
hilarious.
got free, and he's like, "Holy shit, Trump!"
That's the truth. That's like, have you seen that video going around that it's a Trump supporter just figuring out a ladder or something like that?
Yeah. Is it the one where he's trying to get the rag off the?
I don't know. I watched about 4 seconds of it. But they're like, yeah, we need to build this wall. And he's like, well, here's a ladder. He's like, what's that? Like he had no idea what it was. And they're like, it's a ladder. You just like go over the wall. Fucking Trump lied to me.
Have you seen all the prototypes of the wall Trump
Yeah,
put
I
up?
saw
or
those.
whatever?
Wasn't there 8 in the running?
Yeah, Colbert had the best response to that shit. Though I just recently discovered Colbert's new show. I just ignored it for a while, but
I haven't watched it.
he's got like all these walls up and like they got like space between them. And Colbert just is like, yeah, but we can run in between them. But I just think it's hilarious that Trump really like had like 8 walls, like 4-foot
I think
section.
it was
like,
way
"Let's
more
set
than
it up."
that. And
Yeah, I'm
then-
sure.
And then that was the 8 finalists. That's how
Yeah,
many
those are the-
hateful, not people, but companies are out there.
You know a lot more about politics than me, both of you. But
Spaghetti's
What
on
do we-
one side.
is there anything that has to be approved for him to build this wall, or can he just fucking say, "Let's
Well,
build this
no,
fucking
he-
wall"?
Well, he
can't-
has to get the funding approved, right?
Well, yeah, all the funding comes from Congress.
So it's probably not gonna happen.
It's not going to happen.
All right, cool.
Not. They might give him a little something, but it's not going to be a fucking.
They're like, we'll give you $8 if you let the Mexicans stay, Dr. Trump.
Did you guys see Flint, the Hustler magazine guy? Larry Flint. That's his name.
Yeah, I was going to say
You see, he's offering $10 million right now to anybody to give information to impeach Trump.
that's nothing to him, really.
Yeah.
I know. That's what I'm thinking. Tell him, like, give $100 million, motherfucker. Like,
What
you're
did
about
you
to
s-
die anyways.
Speaking of fucking Harvey, that guy,
Weinstein.
those guys had to do all kinds of shit like that. Flint, fucking
Yeah,
the
Flint.
Playboy feller,
Have you seen
Hefner.
especially Flint, because he had like.
even
Let me-
guys
let me
have come
tell
out
you
against
how-
him though?
See, we were. I don't know if it's a natural progression. We weren't thrown into the internet with our masturbation
Right.
immediately.
Exactly.
It was like, hey, we saw a titty in a catalog, and then there was some Playboys involved.
Even me, man.
But the
like,
first,
for real,
uh,
like even me, like first jerk offs were VHS
Well, yeah.
magazines. Like
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like I'm not that young. That like internet was like accessible at 13.
Well, but the difference between the first time I looked at a titty in Playboy to the first time I watched a titty out of Hustler, oh dear,
I can't.
it was like a
imagine-
girl just kind of like, look
Right.
how sexy I am.
I can't
and then
imagine
Hustler,
kids that grow up
There was a
nowadays.
girl, I could still remember it. She was peeing into
For me,
she was peeing into an aquarium. And just like grabbing her clitoris. When I went from fucking like
for me, my first
fucking,
porn.
I don't know, name a famous.
Do you guys
Playboy
remember
girl.
your first porn?
The
movie?
Or anything?
What? I got busted in fucking elementary school selling my dad's Playboy.
Nice. My first porn almost got my parents a divorce.
What?
Because
Fuck your parents then. That's
no, because
shitty.
I was
It
young.
was your mom.
I was like
your dog.
No, I was like 9, 8. But for some reason, like I just had friends that were always older than me. I guess it was because people I lived around.
Yeah, like the retard up the street from us.
But they're
You
like,
We know what you're talking
I was
about.
like 9, 10. My friends were like 13, 14, which isn't much older. But
that's nothing. We,
found a
were like
briefcase.
6 and he was 20.
But we found a briefcase in my dad's closet looking for Christmas presents, actually. No joke. Found a briefcase and it had a lock. But it had a lock on it. It was a 3 combination
They
lock.
had locks on the porn?
I don't think my... Well, I
Go
know,
on,
my,
go
I
on,
know
go
my
on,
mom
go on.
didn't know about it because it almost ended in a divorce. But
Jesus Christ.
he had 3, like a 3-digit lock on each one. It was fucking ridiculous. But like me and my friends just were like, there's got to be something interesting in this.
Well, absolutely.
And so we fucking... It was like 3
Do you know what it
months.
should have been?
It was like 3 months, though, of us just trying to guess this combination on this briefcase, and then we got it. And I still use that password to this day.
Was it like your birthday? His masturbate? His masturbation slot's your birthday?
2262
Don't tell your dad's
I don't
master-
give a fuck. 2262 1526.
What does that mean?
I have no clue. To this day.
So how'd you come up with it?
Those
Just
are the
guessing. I'm telling you, like 4 months of just
So what'd you
guessing
find
numbers
in
on this
there?
briefcase.
those are the measurements in mother's
So
cunt.
much shitty porn. Crazy porn. Stripperella was in there, if you know that.
I don't care.
That was
It like a comic that was like rapey porn, but there was a bunch.
Didn't it?
That was
My
that.
brother
But
does
that
not
was the
approve of
first
that.
time.
no, but that was on like they put it on. You remember when they came out with the new Ren and Stimpy?
Yeah.
It was the new Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, it was
and
about
then,
that time period?
And then it was, but it was on the same channel. And right after the new Ren and Stimpy, they had what was the Baywatch bitch?
Pamela Ingerdog.
Yeah,
Pamela Anderson,
she
yeah.
played Stripperella in that program.
Yeah, she plays Stripperella, but she's a cartoon.
That was in his vault.
dude. There
My
was
vault.
there
was
was so much weird shit I don't even want to get into.
you give me
Why?
some
It's
real
probably
weird
interesting.
shit.
There's some German porn
Actually,
in there.
one
We'll
of the
go
first
there.
porns I think the first porn I ever watched, it was like my brother and his friends were in their room.
But it was weird because it was like so glorious.
There was
that,
hold
like,
on.
because it took us like 3 months to open this.
Oh, I bet that must
You
have
know,
been
like literally, we're just guessing this code to number, but we open it one day and it's just like, oh.
When it
And it's-
unlocked, did your dick get hard?
Yes, definitely. It was the first time I ever saw porn, even though they're animated.
No,
titties,
before you
I did
even-
not care.
You want to hear a good porn story?
Yeah.
So it was like the period between VHS and DVD and such.
3VD.
So it wasn't Betamax. It wasn't before VHS.
No, Betamax didn't. That was before me.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, I never heard no Betamax until I was older.
I only know about that honestly because of me and Andre earlier.
It's
this
weird.
week.
It's like it's a smaller VHS. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's like the
fucking
VH
retarded.
It's the recorders for the cameras, basically, right?
Not quite. It's like in between.
There's only one spindle.
It's like this big.
Right. Okay. I feel like
Does
you're
that
getting
mean
us to go to the
move on?
bathroom.
Does that mean move on?
No, it's clearing my throat.
I love this back here, by the way.
What is it?
Yatch!
What is it? Oh yeah, the woman made that. Hello, brother.
Hey, man.
Hello, brother. What was I about to tell? Oh, well, I want him to hear it. You've probably heard the story before. Let's
About a
talk about
Betamax?
something else. No, we're on VHS.
Oh,
now.
the first opportunity for pornography?
No. Oh, me and you. I watched a porn with you the first time I ever seen a porn. It was at our second house. I don't know how you even got a hold of it. It was like you, me, and I don't even remember who else was there. And there was like some stoner with sunglasses fucking some chick by a pool. And I'm like, I need to get some sunglasses.
Do you know the first porn I ever watched?
I don't know.
You remember the name?
No, my mother.
That shouldn't be in there.
My mother and her boyfriend called me into their bedroom and were like, I'm going to show you some moves. 9-year-old.
You good?
No, give me that here.
You have the last bit.
I'm
We
gonna-
still have some of that, our inherited whiskey.
Oh, yeah?
We got a couple bottles still, I think.
This is a true goddamn story, though.
He went into my...
My mother called me in the room. I want you to watch this how-to couples video
Shut the
with
fuck
me,
up.
you. and
No.
your boy- no, I swear to God.
Shut
So what was it in there? Was it like a porno or was
Yeah,
it like
they showed you
instructional?
moves to put on women's.
Did you use those moves?
No, I was.
It's like, this is move number one.
Real question. Either you guys got a sex tape out there?
I made
Come on.
I made a few, but they're horrifying.
Not out there.
Wait, what do you mean by not out there? Like someone has
We
it?
didn't
unless
put it on the
somebody-
internet.
if somebody-
Obviously, but someone has it. Is what I mean by out there.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think they're
Someone
gone.
somewhere could possibly have
A
it, even if
few.
it's a 9%.
I think most of them are gone. It was basically like, hey, let's fuck on camera. Ooh, that doesn't look so good.
What about? Do you guys own any other sex tapes from exes?
No,
I got two.
Neither
of them.
does my brother.
I got
Sex
two of them.
tapes from
You know
He wants to know if you have an ex-girlfriend with a sex tape.
that you have access to.
No, I think they got access to me though.
Fucking bitches.
Oh shit! Never make it
That's-
famous, bro.
But so this is a great story. So you can fill in the blanks on who it is. But so I was oblivious to this child's that's been with us for many years is homosexuality.
Rady. I'm joking.
No. And so
Manny.
I was like, I was buying DVDs and Blu-rays at that point, and I had this big box of porn and a VHS or VCR, a nice one too. I was like, hey, you want to look at this porn? I'll give all of it to you in the VCR. Just thinking like, hey, he's straight.
Right.
He'll enjoy all this porn I have. And then
Oh yeah, that'll be great.
oh, that wasn't, yeah. And so, and so I gave him all this fucking porn, just thinking he was straight. And like 2 years later, I found out he was a gay boy. And I was like, well, that was a waste of time. That boy should have had some sexual intercourse.
Yeah.
Fucking perverts.
It's weird to think back on porn. Like,
I have the worst gaydar ever.
no, it's not even that.
I don't want to
I'm
move
thinking,
on. I want to move on to gaydar because some of the closest people in my life have been homosexual, and I've never caught on to any of them.
Really?
At least 3 or 4 of them.
Interesting.
After the fact, I'm like, yeah, I get it now. After
Right,
you
right.
told me.
The people that, like, there's been like 3 or 4 people that have worked
Yeah, to
as
see how
cooks.
bad I'm stupid.
No, there's been like 3 or 4 people that worked at Bonnie and Bray that didn't realize Ricky was gay. And like, I'm just like, in my interview, I knew he was gay.
You're like, hey, you gay? You gay? Or,
but like Keith was one of them, you know? And I just remember him I remember telling him like at one point in time, because he asked me who Roberto was. And I was like, oh, it's this. I thought it was
husband.
I thought it was husband. They're apparently not married.
Well, that's close enough.
Yeah, but so I told him it was his
They've
husband.
lived
He was
long
like, "Wait,
enough.
Ricky's gay?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Obviously, Ricky's gay." Like, what? Keith was the funniest motherfucker though, because he bought into all Ishmael's lies. Because I'd
A
be like,
lot of people do.
I know, but I'd be like, "Hey, you going to Ricky's party or whatever?" And he'd be like, "Nah, man. Ishmael told me stories of like 3 cooks that went there and ended up getting fucked." And I'm like, "You believe
What,
Ishmael?"
like drugged and fucked her?
Yeah, yeah, drugged and fucked at his Christmas parties or whatever. And I'm like, dude, come on, you think?
Only
Like,
people getting fucked or want to get fucked.
no, I see the competence at those. I've been to 3 of those parties. I see the competence at those. There's no one seducing people.
Yeah, I was gonna say people
Like,
fuck a lot, but
they're
it's
too
no
drunk.
one's-
It's all gay people, or it's people. Maybe it was straight people.
Yeah,
that
most of the people I
wanted
know
to have an
get laid
experience
there.
with gayness, but no, it was no coercion.
My brother's drink dog. You good? You done?
Oh shit, he ain't done.
We've done some work, brother. We haven't drank together in a while.
Yeah.
We got that bottle down, and there's only 3 more in this 12 pack.
Oh shit.
Are you on the wrong headphones? Yeah, those are
Oh.
guest headphones.
Yeah, don't take the guess.
Those are the shit headphones.
Oh, here we are. There you are, boys.
He was just
sounded
talking
good.
about that he was gay.
yeah.
It is gay.
I'm,
He
I'm
didn't
gay
know it.
secretly and didn't know
He
it
didn't
until
know
Ricky's
it.
Christmas party.
He had intercourse at Ricky's party with a man.
You did?
For Coke.
No, it was a joke. That'd be funny if you did.
I
it
was talking about Keith. You remember Keith?
Yeah.
Redneck racist asshole.
Yeah.
But no, I just remember talking to him about, hey, you going to Ricky's Christmas party? He was like, no. Ishmael told me 3 cooks have gone there and gotten seduced and fucked. And I'm like, first off, how not straight are you if you're worried about getting seduced and fucked?
I've been going, it's been 34 years.
Well, that's the weird thing.
But
about
I might tonight.
I actually, honestly, no. Keith is one of the one people I feel bad about ever selling drugs to.
You never did that, did you? Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. No, It's one of the only people I ever actually feel like I ruined their life. And everybody always is like, "Hey, he would have found it otherwise." I'm like, I don't know, because he said before that it took him
What did
11
he
years
ask
to
for?
find it. He asked for.
I've
Coke.
been looking every day, 11 years.
No, he saw me and Lasagna. I won't say the real name. Lasagna doing
Captain
Coke.
Lasagna.
Captain, his name
And
is Brandon.
We were doing Coke.
I don't remember his last
So
name
he was,
right now.
and he came up and he was like, "Hey, can I get a line?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, bro." Because like,
Well,
I would
how are
say
you
to
supposed
anybody.
to know his past?
Right, but then I mean, this is one of those nights. It was actually the night he lit up a cigarette in the bar. If you remember that night.
I've been trying to
You
get
remember how drunk
mushrooms
he was.
off of you for.
I've sold you mushrooms. I mean, I've
No,
gotten-
you haven't.
No, I haven't.
Allegedly.
I've been trying to get you to get me mushrooms for like 2 years.
That's not true.
Like I
How
literally,
long have you worked at the tavern?
I don't have anything.
2 years.
I've even given you
I've
money.
gotten him
I've given you money. I mean,
One
like, here's
time.
$50.
one time,
and then
I
you
had to
come
give you
back
the money
like
back.
9 days later. Here's your $50 back
It was 2
because
days.
mushrooms, it turns
me
out,
ask
aren't
you-
even a thing.
Let me ask you a question about these mushrooms.
Yeah.
Do they show up in piss tests?
Yes,
How long?
3 days.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, psilocybin does up to 3 days.
How do you know it's just 3 days? Science?
Yeah,
I want to see this
that's really
science.
my only answer. to that.
Do you know how much I would like to? I
But no, also,
hold
he
on,
He takes
hold
a
on.
drug test every day.
Hold on a second. I'm fucking pushing. What am I? Dead? I'm pushing dead. I'm about 40 now. Now what am I?
Well, I mean,
36. Hold on.
May died at 47.
Do you know what
So.
I want to do? And I don't know if she's up to it, but I'd like to, me and my wife, just go get a cabin, do some fucking mushrooms, and just be weird for a weekend.
That's what I'm trying to do in 2 weeks. I'm not even fooling. This
can
week
get
I
'em.
ain't doing it. The weekend after that, I'm seriously.
I know.
Yeah, but
I'm
you've
taking
done it
a-
before.
I'm
Right,
taking
right.
off. No, you'll love it. I would love to do mushrooms with my brother. The only thing
I
is,
want to do it with my wife.
here's the trouble: is everyone I've ever done
I don't want to
mushrooms with-
remember getting molested with you.
Don't have sex.
Every
without a
every
condom.
person.
I don't want to. I just want to be weird with my
Or at
wife.
least use a condom because it actually has been proven to double sperm count.
Every time I've done mushrooms, I slept with a person. So you and me, brother, up in the cabins. You
About
and me.
time. We've been beating around the bush for how old
Yeah,
am
it's
I?
about time.
36
I'm
years.
38. You're 36. About time. You and me was husband and man.
I got married at a young, stupid age. I don't know if I
Yeah,
ever
I
told
think
this
that's
story.
a weird
Have
story.
I ever told
You
this story
told
on the
me.
podcast? Okay.
I don't know if you told the podcast.
But one
Did you
time,
know he's a divorced boy?
Yeah, I
yeah,
knew
it's a fucking chip
He's
on the
got a
calendar.
boy named
you know?
Petey.
No, I've got
Does Petey sit
aborted
on-
kids.
Well,
one with the girl I married. One with Savannah. Savannah was
Savannah-
necessary.
We love you,
Monsoon.
Savannah. Goodbay.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
That abortion was necessary.
Well, my brother and I do.
Love you.
You guys ever had an abortion?
Nope.
No, I mean I've done the Plan B.
Okay, so
Plan-
the first one with the
plan
wife,
free.
the girl I married, was I had no say in. I didn't find out till like a month after.
That she had the child or she
no,
was
that
pregnant.
she aborted it,
That she killed. him.
Oh shit!
which I probably would have been against. 'Cause I was
All right,
married
well-
You
to
would have
her.
been against
But-
it.
Well,
It's
hold
none
on a
of your
second.
business.
Well, hold on a second.
Yeah. What's up?
What did you pay? $22 for the fucking license fee? Who gives a shit? What the fuck?
No,
do you
I'm
think?
just saying the second abortion.
No,
though,
all I was saying is if I was a woman, I would probably want to do that shit on my
yeah,
own.
definitely.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I mean-
hey, I'm gonna go
And that's
sneak
why I
off.
have no fucking hate against her. or
No, I
anything
mean
like
I
that.
don't think you hate her, but yeah, it's got to be weird to know you could have a kid. How old would it be now?
5. No 6.
That
would've
6-year-olds
been
are
6.
disgusting. You worked out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
yeah.
won.
Agreed. I'm not married to that bitch anymore.
Actually, 6-year-olds, they actually at that
The-
point they start cleaning a little bit better.
But the second abortion,
you missed out.
The second abortion was well necessary because it would be 3 now, and it would have been the first month.
And it
that
would have
me-
done acid 9 times.
It would have been the first month me and Savannah were here in Colorado. Like when she found out she was pregnant, we were still in a hotel.
Was she just messing with you? She's like, hey, I'm gonna go to this
I-
abortion
No,
clinic.
there's no way because I
I got a good story about that actually. My brain just slipped around. I had to have been 16 or 17. The girlfriend at the time, she showed up late, like to school one day,
Yeah.
and she was like, "I had an abortion," but it was more like she was trying to make me feel bad. And I was like, "You had abortion a half hour late," and she's like, "I'm lying." But she was just trying to make me feel bad about abortion, and she didn't get the timeline right. And I figured it out.
Right. I had a roommate
That's funny.
recently. I'm not gonna say who. But
Von Tours.
He woke me up at like 8 in the
Take me to
morning,
the abortion
and he was
clinic.
like, "Hey, can I borrow money for Plan B?"
It's only $50, right?
Yeah, it's like 75.
Actually, I kind of heard. Is it now?
Yeah, it's 75.
Do you know what you want to hear?
That's what I
my-
gave him at least. But I was like,
I think the wife's here.
I just thought it was hilarious.
It's-
Actually,
it's
she should get on here.
$49.99.
She should get on here because I know she wants to talk shit to me.
No, I was gonna say about the first time we got Plan B. Well, the first and only time we got Plan B.
Anybody watching us no more?
Yeah.
We got one.
Yeah, right here.
I know who the one is.
Who's
Yeah.
the one?
Hold on.
He'll show you.
I am number 1.
So, anyways,
ain't her.
Yes, it is.
It ain't him, is it?
Shut it!
It ain't him.
So, anyways, we go down to the thing. It was late at night too, and I was like, "Mister," this was before it was over the counter. And I was like-
Really?
yeah.
I've
And I was
never
like,
known
"Mister,
that.
can we get the Plan B, sir?" And I was in the drive-through, and that motherfucker chucked that shit at me. He fucking chucked at me with anger.
I've bought Plan B 3 times, and twice it was for other people. One time it was for
You're
me.
missing out. You should have got those other two.
I only
I
got
know, right?
I got Plan B once. I went up to the counter at Walgreens, and they literally had it on the counter on display, on sale.
That's what I'm saying. It's like a whole different world now.
Yeah.
Seriously, he chucked it at me and
Kill
Kate.
ya, baby!
I usually just hand
Put
him
it in the
fucking-
bucket.
I usually just hand him a needle of heroin, like take care of it.
Are you coherent? You want to hear a good abortion
Yeah,
story?
I'm good.
No, miscarriage story.
Yeah, definitely.
So
Bloody discharge and all. Let's hear it.
our grandmother, she had back in the 50s, times were different.
Yeah, definitely.
And so she had a miscarriage apparently in the toilet, and she calls the doctor, and the doctor's like, "Put it in a jar and bring it up here." And so she put her
I'll talk to it.
fetus in a jar and brought it to the doctor for disposal. And she
So-
talked about it like it was another day.
So did our great
Just another
aunt.
day.
Joe told me about it. That happened to her twice.
Do you think the women we know could handle that shit? Hey, give me the jar.
I don't think I can handle that shit.
I couldn't handle that shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Population nowadays is weak.
Well, that was just too bad. That
We
was
used-
nice.
We used
That's
to,
how she talked about it. So you want
We
another
used-
meatball?
His name was
We
Michael,
Oh,
and we was not gonna call him Michael because he died. So we call my
I'm just
other
saying,
Michael.
we used to beat. We used to beat those niggers until the fucking bloodshed, you know.
You
Like-
just you
and
missed.
no one
in
fucking
Missouri. They
no
did.
one hints the
Hey.
fucking second.
Hey, Clell,
What
you
up?
just missed his whole story. Just to
heard
say
the whole
nigger.
story. Yes. I'm just saying the hard R isn't used enough.
Look at how in love with California he is.
Oh, dude, how about California's new bill though? Did you see that?
Nope.
Their
That-
new bill.
Passing HIV
This
without with knowingly passing HIV is no longer a felony. Fuck
Wait.
you.
Wait now, what?
Knowingly
So
passing
you fuck somebody, give him HIV,
and you knowing I mean it's still a misdemeanor, but it's not a felony.
so you pay $100 and move on.
Right. So selling
Yeah, AIDS ain't nothing.
so
no
selling
more.
over an ounce of weed is a felony in California? But no
I thought they had legal weed there.
They do have legal weed, but you can only have up to an ounce, like Colorado. So if you sell over
You can only have an ounce here.
Yeah, you can only have an ounce in Colorado.
Yeah, somebody I know, our drummer from the band,
Which
he
is
walks
crazy.
in, he's like, "What do you mean I can't buy an ounce of weed
yeah, you
or
can't buy
2
over an
ounces
ounce.
of weed?"
It-
And
It used to be for like out of state patients. They
how much does an ounce of weed cost at a store?
About $100.
Huh?
$100.
Ain't
Decent
too bad.
shop.
You
But
got
it's
$100, brother?
It is really weird
Nope.
though that like I can go buy $1,000 worth of alcohol and I can't buy $100 worth of weed.
Well, yeah, you could get a good bottle for about $1,000.
Right, but I should just saying.
That hiccup reminded me of a story, and then I guess we could close out. We've
Do you
been
leave
going
this
for a
banner
while.
up all the time? Just curious.
I should and rub my wife's face in it.
Also, before we end,
I'm a popular
What's
podcast man. I got
what's
3.
this flag? What's it represent? I feel like a triangle flag. Someone died.
Bet.
Bet. That's your response. All right. Bet.
So these hiccups reminded me the other day. Within my mind span, the other day means within a month.
Okay.
So within a month, I went to this show. I went to the show. It was the best show I ever went to.
What was the show?
I don't know what show it was.
God damn. That's the best show you ever went to.
No, I was doing Trump.
Oh, okay.
The best show
It was
is
tremendous.
It was the best, tremendous show I've ever been to. And so I stayed out till like seriously 4 a.m. And it was nothing. It was only because we knew the bar owners, because we play there often. And so they're like, you drink until you don't want to drink no more. And we're
Yeah.
like, fine. And so we drank till about 3, 4. And then we went to the pancake crib and had a couple. I had some hash browns.
Right.
And then I came home, but it was like 5 a.m. And I snuck in like a fucking ninja.
Like a fucking ninja, man.
Fucking ninja. She wakes up like 5:36 anyways because of her work. And I snuck in, and I laid down, and right here happened. I started fucking hiccuping like a psychopath, and she woke up immediately. Caught me on my 5 o'clock morning come in.
As your, look at you.
I got in trouble because of the hiccups. I don't even think she got mad at me, but I hiccuped. That's all I remember.
She wasn't even mad at me as if she opened her eyes and cum hit her face.
Oh, I used to use her hand to masturbate
Really?
when she was asleep.
Is it a true story?
Yeah, maybe or maybe not.
All right.
That's how I'm gonna end the show.
Let's end it.
What's brothersbear@gmail.com. It came up on the screen as I planned. Then we got brothersbear.com over there as I planned. Today was the 16th
Fuck Harvey
of
Weinstein.
October. I mean, he did his
Actually,
job.
no, praise Harvey Weinstein.
Make up your mind.
He got
Uh,
fucking...
And we got Clell, my
Clell.
prayer, and me. And Mark left a little while ago.
You know what's... Actually, before we leave, can I say something?
Hold on, let me get
It's
your
like
camera.
It'll be like a 2-minute segment.
2 minutes?
Probably not that much.
I don't care.
All
You
right,
do it.
I just want to say, I think it's funny because like my parents and my
I did
my
the
brother and my
ending
sister,
music.
my parents, my brother and my sister, and plus my grandma were all the ones who just like stop using Matt Harmon. It's just
Oh, yeah.
disrespecting me on Facebook and all this shit.
They made you change your name as
So
a
I
family.
decided to change it to Clell, and they thought that was more offensive. Because
Well, good.
that's my grandpa's first name or whatever.
His name was Clell?
Yeah, Clell Harmon.
I kind of like that.
Clell Allen Harmon.
That's
His
better
name
than...
was Clell.
Served in the Civil War.
He was in the
that's
Civil
worse.
War?
I don't know.
South or
For the
north?
South.
It up real fast.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Here, hold on.
Fair
I'll do
Grandpa
it
might
again.
have.
We'll do 2 outros.
I actually really
Pop
His
pee-pee.
family- Oh, we'll do that. That's fine.
But fuck them. I forgot my main
Oh,
point because
yeah,
I'm
this
so
is
drunk.
out to all my
There was a good
motherfuckers.
point,
You know, your pops
but-
got a
Nope.
I'm done.
You made me stop it. Thanks,
I know.
Clell.
And you made me
Oh,
forget
yeah,
the
this
point
is
whenever
out to all
you
my
did the whole
motherfuckers.
stoppage.
You know, your pops got a big pecker.
Big pecker, your pops got.
Pops pee-pee, motherfucker. Pops pee-pee. Let's start this shit out motherfucking hot. My peps pee-pee be taking up the whole block. Close to the sun, that shit ain't burning. It's got its own orbit, so don't be squirming. $2 a ride, that dick lives outside. It would take 2 hangers to house his underside. This peck could be second to none. Don't stare. You know that shit's close to the sun, motherfucker.
Bird.
Do you know we swindled the kids into this?
Yeah. What would we do to him?
We said, hey, do this. What do we use it for?
Just sit in the hot tub
Or
and
say
let
a bunch
us
of
touch you.
presidents' names.
It's okay.
We did it
Creepily.
for a radio ad.
Pizzagate's real, motherfuckers.
Do you hear this? The outro?
Hashtag Pizzagate.
That's
Check it
my
out.
nieces and nephews.
No, for real?
Yeah. We made it.
I actually... Yeah, it should say something. But I didn't realize you had a third niece.
Yep, third one. She's on this.
He tried to fuck her.
Thanks a lot, pal.
Not true.
Hey. Hey, say goodbye. Put your headphones back on. Say goodbye.
Peace, y'all.
That's Clell, my
KCMO
brer.
in this bitch.
That was our second outro.
Obama.
Oh, we need to add a Trump